You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Welcome to another episode of Living Podcariously.
What up, guys?
Woot woot.
Oh, yeah. What was that, Andrea? Yay. Okay. I'm Adam. I'm one of your regular hosts. Sitting over there across the room from me.
Hi, I'm Tach. How are you?
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Oh, boy.
Mickey Tach.
And over there on the
I
lady
love
chase.
Mickey Tach. Do
Oh,
it again.
yay.
Let's cuddle.
Wait,
Oh,
hey.
that's all it took?
I guess.
Wait, do that voice again. I want to learn it.
No. Over there on the lady chase.
Hi, I'm Andrea Joy.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
You gotta throw
And
it to
over
Josh.
there.
You got to throw it to Josh.
Oh, here, catch.
And I'm Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson.
Oh, yeah. So we'll get right into this right off the bat. We just came back from something that was really a lot of fun. And
Work?
is inspiration. Well, no, not our day jobs. Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Right.
Something that's leading us to want to do something similar. So our sponsor, the Salty Fox. Oh, we don't have a tax plug bell down here.
Where's the bell?
I
Oh,
just
it
do it.
became the flu bell.
Yeah, it was the flu bell. So whenever Alyssa needed us, she would hit the bell a bunch of times, which we didn't hear anyway.
How long did that last? I guess it's still up
She
there.
Couple of days. Yeah.
Sick for a week.
It
I
worked.
I meant the bell, not her flu.
Oh.
No, it worked. We went up there. Well, I went up there. I tried to keep her away from her as much as possible.
That makes sense.
Being pregnant and all, you know.
Gross.
But anyway, Salty Fox had their
Pregnancy is gross.
annual chili cook-off. And
Indeed.
and we didn't really do a lot of promotion for this, partially two reasons. One, we didn't really have enough time to promote it properly, but also two, we were late entries into getting in there, and it was like 2 weekends away, and we just wouldn't have time to promote it. So the next one of those, for sure, with them, we're going to promote it so our listeners can come on out and hang out and have a good time with us as well. But we had 2 entries out of Living Podcariously's cast.
That
yeah?
lost miserably.
I wouldn't say
Spoiler
miserably.
alert.
Well, maybe if we had some more friends out there, we could have won.
That's true. There is a trick to those types of contests. If you bring the audience that want to vote for you anyway, then you're going to get the prize. I mean, that's just kind of how those, unfortunately, it's not always about the chili. Sometimes it is, but it's often about the crowd that you bring. And, we kind of knew that going into it. We could have maybe planned it better and pulled some
we
other things out.
tied for 4th place, so it wasn't real bad.
That wasn't too bad.
We tied for 4th?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
And that
to
wasn't
you.
out of like 6 people. That was out of like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was 12 chilies. 12 chilies. And goddamn, I've got chili to eat for days. And Josh even took some chili home as well.
I took an entire gallon of chili home.
So Salty Fox
Yeah.
told us to prepare, told all the contestants, I should say, so Andrea and Tach, you each had to make 2 gallons of chili, just in case there's enough people that want to eat all the chili. I mean, that's what they needed to
Yeah.
do. But with 12 people making 2 gallons, which, by the way, I noticed only we were the 2 people that brought 2 gallons of chili each.
Mm-hmm.
We followed the rules. That should have got us an extra fucking vote, but, whatever.
Right.
It's okay.
Go,
Tach only
you
had
guys.
7 quarts.
You only had 7 quarts?
Tach.
That's why you got
Andrea
4th.
Joy.
Tisk, tisk.
That's as big as a crock pot as I had. I actually did make 8, but
That is,
it wouldn't fit
You
the
ate
crock
it on the
pot.
way. Come on, there's too many jokes there.
man.
I put it in the fridge for the kids to eat.
Oh, okay.
I wonder how you. I can't think of a way to eat chili while driving.
With a big straw? Jeez.
Guess.
Straw.
Wow.
Like the size of one of those paper towel rolls?
Like this big?
Yeah.
Maybe if you blended
motherfucker.
the chili up like a chili smoothie. A chili smoothie. That's how you eat it in the car.
Yeah, you have it in a
That-
cup, and then you have the big fat straw.
But knowing Tach, he probably did it intravenously anyway.
Yeah, oh, God.
But anyway, not to say you have drug issues. That wasn't where I was going with
I
this.
took it as a fat joke. It's awesome. That's better.
But no, so we had a blast. And thank you very much to Veronica and Sam for hosting that. They had, 100 people or so come out to partake in the chili.
Including Jimmy Klein.
That's right. A friend of the
his
show
daughter.
and Taint Funny podcast cast member,
Indeed.
Yes, Jimmy Klein and his daughter, which came out, was awesome. None of our other friends came out. I mean, it's okay. Sorry, Jimmy's a real friend. Sorry. It's okay. We'll let him get away with it. But anyway, we were going to record down there, but it was too busy. And we're going to do another recording down at Salty Fox on February 11th, I believe.
Why didn't I just buy 10 chilies?
What's this?
If I would have bought 10 chilies, it would have cost me $100, and then I would have won $250.
Yeah.
Dang, next time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I need to buy 10
You
voting
mean 10
passes.
wristbands?
Just come in different outfits, like a pair of sunglasses, then a wig. That would have been
I
fun.
thought was funny, though, is there was this lady who had her kids sitting next to me.
Well, wait, before you do this, tell how you made your chili, because I think this is important to the story.
I made my chili with...
No, like the accoutrement.
Sides.
The accoutrement
Sides.
that's important to your story. The accoutrement that comes with your chili is relevant.
Oh, because I liked Frito chili pie, so I had some cheese and some Fritos to go with your chili bite. Is that good?
Perfect. Spot on.
on.
She takes direction great.
So sitting next to me is this mother with her 2 young children, both under the age of 5.
Adorable kids, by the way.
And she's
Adorable
having them try
mother.
chili. They don't like any of it. So she reaches into her purse, pulls out an empty Ziploc bag, asks her daughters if they want any chips. And they're like, yeah. She's like, well, you'll have to share. And then she walks over to my bag of Fritos next to my chili, not even bothering to taste my chili, and fills up the entire Ziploc bag full of Fritos. Then she brought back to her daughter, who never tried my chili either.
Did she at least give you her vote?
The 4-year-old?
No.
You mean the 4-year-old?
And they can
No,
afford
the mother is who
Fritos.
she's talking about.
Well, I guess they can afford Fritos now since they won.
That's right. That family did win. Yes.
Oh,
So,
they
hey,
did?
congratulations to the winner. Her husband was.
They
Her
actually
husband
they
entered.
won by a landslide too. They won by like 5 or 6 votes.
Yeah. Well, sorry. So here's my opinion. Now, I cast my vote where it was appropriate. Both the best tasting chili to me, as well as my girl's chili. I mean,
How did you get to be MC, by the way, for this whole event?
they asked me, they go, hey, you have a loud voice. Can you announce
You
it
have
for
a
us?
loud voice.
Like, sure. Hey, our sponsors ask for something. I'm going to do it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. I hear you.
Actually, that's a good thing to throw out
Should
there.
have charged him.
No, it's cool. It's fine.
I would never charge her for that. What is it?
No, it's cool. Tach was saying something. What was that?
No,
Tach?
I'm done. No, finish with your story.
I want you to finish that thought.
That was it.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
That was the
Sorry.
most subtle way to say dick.
I know, God. I'm sorry, Mr. Wilson.
You're
Continue.
good. You're good. I was just gonna say, if you
Oh, and then I have... No.
You're going to make Josh not want to say it.
I have nothing to say.
so if you go to the Facebook page, we just put a video up. That was all. Just a little more.
Oh, no. I've seen that
sorry.
before.
Yeah, we've seen that before in the studio. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to mic you down, but it was,
You're good.
it was perfect timing. All
I
right.
was just gonna say hit our Facebook page because there's a video of the announcement and
Yes.
of the chili spread and
Nice.
that was all.
Did you put it on Living
Very cool.
Podcariously page?
Yes, yeah,
Perfect.
It's on Living Podcariously.
That's cool. So I judge chili based on lots of things, but mostly it's what it's made of. I mean, chili to me is beans or no beans are fine. Chili is chili if you include beans or not
Yeah.
beans, but it's beef of some kind, like either ground beef or like a chopped sirloin or something that's very, fine and small, not big, huge chunks of meat.
Right.
Ground.
My preference is ground. However, that's not the requirement in my book.
It can be shredded.
Shredded beef would work too. Shredded beef would work okay in a chili to me.
Cubed.
Cubed beef would work as well.
Julianne.
Smushed.
I don't know her.
What about if it was
Smushed
just a
beef.
meatloaf?
Then that's not chili. So to me, that's the chili. So I voted for the way that I think the most authentic chili
Minced?
would go. Minced would work. The several chilies that were there, to include the winner, was a shredded chicken chili, which was fantastic. Don't get me wrong. It was great flavored. Not as good as yours, baby. It was great flavored. However, it wasn't a chili. It was a shredded chicken.
It was a white chicken chili.
Sure, a white chicken chili.
It was the name of it. It was actually my ex-girlfriend's recipe for white chicken chili.
Oh, you're talking
was
about the
this.
other one.
That's the winner.
That's the whole winner.
The one next to mine?
Yeah,
Yep.
the one next to yours is the one that won.
Oh.
So I just
So
looked
was
it up.
that his current wife that was with him? I'm sorry, Josh.
Hey, Tach, we have a fourth host on the show now. His name is Josh Wilson. We call him Mr. Wilson. Now you're pushing the microphone away, too? Yes.
Y'all are going to make me pee myself.
One can dream, Andrea. One can dream. So I was just gonna say, I looked up the definition of chili,
Ooh, okay.
and according to Merriam-Webster, I'd say they're a pretty fair authority on the definition of things.
Something that's frigidly cold outside.
A thick sauce of meat and chilies.
Yep.
That is the textbook definition of chili.
So meat can be anything they want then. Interesting.
I felt the same way. I did not. Actually, I voted for the pork, but
You didn't give your vote to Andrea or Tach?
He didn't.
I did
Okay,
not.
wait. Let's have a show with 3 hosts for the rest of the time.
We've been
Because-
trying, but
I don't see this 4th person anymore.
Neither does Tach.
Invisible to me.
But it was, I voted for it because, in my opinion, it tasted as a dish. It was the best that was out there. But the guy put so much effort into it. He smoked jalapenos for 2 days, and he smoked. I think it was pork. It might have been chicken, but he smoked the white meat for 2 days as well.
His
So
was definitely
2,
pork.
3.
Was it pork?
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't win anything either.
He didn't.
No.
I looked at it. I was the only one who voted for him. I was like, man, that was so fucking good.
I really liked that dish. That was really good.
Yeah, I did too. I respect that, giving your vote to, you own up and say this is the one I like the best. That's good.
Yeah, and I get Andrea's chili all the time. And you know why I always eat 3 bowls?
That's a good point.
Do you know why I always eat 3 bowls of Andrea's
Because she
chili?
makes you feel guilty if you don't eat it?
Hey.
Is that just me?
I'm about to have 3 bowls of that chili this week.
Probably more.
So much.
Actually, you know what? That answers the question. Just before the show, we were all burping in here in studio. Andrea, I think you understand now why we all have gas. We've been eating chili nonstop for 24 hours at this point.
Not really.
I still have tons left.
Yeah, we do
Freeze
too.
it. It'll freeze well.
No.
Here's
Cut
the
up
really
half of it and freeze it. Last
Here's
Good
the
to
really
put
weird thing.
in the wraps too. Make little burritos that way too.
Go ahead then.
put
Not that
chili
kind of
on
wrap.
top of it. Put it in the bottom, and then put a cornbread, like the mixture of cornbread, on top of your chili. Put it in the oven, and then you have chili cornbread casserole.
Welcome to Cooking Time with Living
Or
Podcariously.
you can take cream cheese, set it out to room temperature, spread it on the bottom of the pan, pour your chili on some chili on top,
spread.
sprinkle with cheddar cheese, put some jalapeno slices, bake that, dip in tortilla chips.
All right, we're going to take a break. I'm hungry as fuck again.
Right.
I know we just ate, but that sounds really good. So anyway, I wanted leading all of that up to this question.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it at the show, but I said save it and let's talk about it on the actual podcast. I want to do a cook-off. I want to do either a chili or some other kind of food kind of cook-off. And I was thinking maybe what would be cool is to get contests between podcasts, get the podcasters involved as well as listeners or whoever else wants to enter. If we have sponsors or just
Right.
people in general that want to enter, but really make a separate award for the best podcast chili in Central Florida. And have our friends over at the Burn It Down show, our friends at the What's the Fuss show, any of the folks in Orlando that we've communicated with, like the guys from 1KOA or whatever, have everybody enter their own chili. We have
I'm just so sick of chili right now.
Doesn't have to be
now.
chili. Is there something else that you maybe Greek salad off?
the Greek salad off.
No, that sounds terrible.
I'm just
a bake-off.
A bake off.
That's
Is that where
true.
you smoke a bunch of weed?
yes, you would have to understand the clientele of our Central Florida podcast friends.
Yeah. Because like Burn It Down show will come in like they'll completely misunderstand.
They will win a bake-off. Let's just put it that way.
It's what
They're
there's
like,
no rules.
Hey, we got it, man.
There's no rules. However you feel your baking dish should be. You can bake anything. It could be savory, sweet, salty, anything you want.
Just bring a bong and
it's
some
kinda
Mrs.
wild.
Fields
That'd be
cookies.
awesome.
That's how I'm going to win.
You asked what contest I wanted to
I
eat
gotcha.
at.
I gotcha. And is this what we're discussing? We're round tabling this?
round
Okay.
table in it.
I remember just so Jimmy gets his little thing in here. He was talking about maybe doing like some sort of a brewery. How do you say it?
Brewery.
Brewery off. I don't know.
A brew off?
Brew off.
Alyssa's dad makes beer.
Brouhaha. Damn it. Perfect. No, you did it
Do we
first.
know how to make
You
beer?
got that credit.
What?
Do we know how to make beer?
We do not.
So
we
our
don't
beer,
have
what's
to
up?
know.
Josh knows how.
I know how to make beer.
If we're
Josh
doing
will
it,
be
we
it.
can't enter it.
But I can't even test it.
You know what? We can cheat. Can we bring it in? We could have Dan, our Patreon friend of the show,
Oh, yeah, Dan Lynn.
Dan Lynn. He makes beer.
It's a good
as,
point.
As a hobby, he makes great beer.
Here's my worry with beer. If you make a bad brew for like a Mr. Keg home, to enter into the contest, that means that the judges, whoever they happen to be, have to sample this bad beer. And you can really fuck up getting a beer.
Yeah, beer
For
kits. Beer
preparation.
kits are have a tendency to turn out absolute garbage.
You could end up with something
They're
that's
worse.
like ethanol.
Gotcha.
I mean, you could,
I don't know. Maybe it's not the big because like if we're doing it, then I would assume maybe one of us or two of us or whatever would be the actual judges, and I would be a horrible judge for beer.
Tacos.
Because to me, it'd be like unless
tacos.
it tastes like Bud Light, then I don't like it. You know?
Taco contest.
Taco contest.
well, that's actually what I wanted to say. So if we did this, what I would want to do is have a panel of judges, whatever the food is that our contestants have to enter or make or prepare. Then we have a panel of judges that are set aside and they have their own table in their own area with their own drinks or whatever. And then when the time for judging comes, each entry, so whoever made the chili or whoever made tacos or whatever it is, you prepare a sampled dish exactly how you want it eaten and take it to your judge. So this round, like this would be judging for Tach's submission or whatever, or burn it down submission or whoever's submission. You take it and set it down in front of the judge. They sample it and they have a scoring criteria. Their criteria could be on a myriad of different things to include taste. Obviously, flavor is important, but also on food preparation.
Yep, how it looks.
The aroma, the whole 9 yards. And have it, each one will receive a point value of some kind. And then also, at the end of all the judges' stuff, then we'll have a people's choice. So whoever pays their entry fee to go in and eat as much as they want, then people can submit their vote to the people's choice and you'd have two different prizes.
Okay, so you have to think about this. Something
Ran out of breath there. Talking about chili's making me hungry.
So, for instance, like it worked out as far as the chili cook-off because they had the little thingies, the little scoops or whatever.
That was cool.
And you can eat as much as you want. You can go around and get and throw it away, get a new right. But let's say we're not going to do this because Burn Down already does it. But let's say we were doing a burger challenge or whatever.
Little burger
How can like 30, 40, 50 people go around and start sampling burgers?
Sliders.
They did a great job.
Gotcha.
With the Burn It Down guys, they took their gig to Tomoka Brewery up in Port Orange, or as they call it, Ormond, and they had the burgers and they gave the restaurant chefs the recipe. So if you wanted to sample the Burn It Down burger or whatever entry burger that was being judged, you went to the restaurant and bought the burger. It was brilliant.
Okay.
So the restaurant made their money.
The burgers?
No, they provided the recipe on how they were cooking their burgers for the challenge.
So it wasn't even their burger.
Well,
it was their recipe.
For the judging, yes, it was the burgers prepared by the chefs that entered, but that's just for the judges. When you've got when Burn It Down had all their listeners come up, they had 40, 50 people.
Came out.
Yeah, you can't make 40 or 50 burgers to satisfy that, the specialty burgers.
So whatever we do, shouldn't we have it to where it was just similar to like what we just did yesterday, to where we can just have it out? And
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't mean like we have to have all of it out, but maybe
lasagna.
The people who are entering, they can. I'd like to have it to where you can continue to make whatever it is.
Lasagna sounds pretty good.
True, but how many are you going to make?
You don't really have lasagna eat or cook-offs, though, do you?
Why not?
Definitely have chili cook-offs. Definitely have burger cook-offs, but Burn It Down's got the mark cornered on that.
Why can't we have something new?
Lasagna cooking
It's
contest?
2018. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, we can have a pie contest.
I like where this is going.
Pie is definitely better.
Because wouldn't it be nice to try a bunch of women's pies?
I agree. I would love to just have a day
what,
where
though?
I can just try pie.
Andrea Joy, that is brilliant because that's a double entendre. We could market it to have, something that sounds very sexy.
And then the picture can be holding a pie right here. Try my pie.
I love this.
I love it. I definitely like pie is the best idea I've heard so far.
Agreed. I really, really like
But how
that.
much pie are you going to make?
How much pie can you eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
How long until you need a break for air?
That right there is such a marketing, easy thing to put
writes
together.
itself. It writes
Yes, it does.
itself.
Imagine the commercials.
But I'm seriously trying to think about, how much pie do you have to make? Should you make 5, 6?
Let's see.
How many people are entering?
That's a great question.
With our listeners, probably a solid 200 or so.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would agree with that.
Sorry, I got coughs. The other question there would be when, let's say Andrea wants to make 5 apple pies to submit. Well, maybe some judges like apple pie and nobody wants to eat this pumpkin pie that, John created over here and is submitting.
So you have to
into the
get your
contest.
judges that like a variety of stuff. You can't just be like, well, do you like pumpkin pie? No, I fucking hate pumpkin pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, somebody's going to make it. You're going to have to
You
try
have
it.
to have judges who will try everything.
I would be a fantastic judge because
All pie is good.
Yeah, all pie is good. I fucking
You don't discriminate your pie?
Nope, not at all.
But we
I'll
can
eat
also have a
any kind of pie.
subcategory too that is the best fruit pie or the best cream pie.
Giggity.
I mean, you might like cherry pie better, or
I love cream pie.
Come sample our
This
pies.
is writing itself. This
Yes,
is
it is.
fantastic.
come
I love it.
sample the cream pie.
Come sample a cream pie from Andrea Joy.
I love this idea.
I would probably have a cream pie for sure.
You've already had
I
one, I
love
think.
cream pies.
Isn't that what led to a
Me
baby?
too.
They say cream pies lead to babies.
I don't know, but
If you do
I've
it
done
right.
it a lot, and I have one child, so one biological
Chocolate cream
child.
pie is pretty good too.
I don't know about that.
Something's going on down there
Okay.
then.
I don't know anything about it. I mean, I'd try it
Yeah.
for sure.
You'd try a
Good.
chocolate cream pie, Tach?
I'd cream pie some chocolate.
Strawberry cream pie.
Do you
Well,
need
too far, buddy.
Do you, need to
Too
get
I don't know how to word it.
You went over the
but-
line.
you need to get laid? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
All right, well, let's take a break so Tat can get laid, and
it's
we'll
not
be
happening.
right back for more Living Podcariously.
Bubble butt, bubble 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 butt, bubble butt, bubble 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 butt, bubble butt, bubble 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 butt. Turn around, stick it out, show the world you got it. Bubble butt, bubble 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 butt, bubble butt, bubble 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 butt, bubble butt, bubble bubble bubble.
Village Idiot Pub. You locals know about it. You guys from out of town have to check them out.
Village Idiot Pub is now a proud sponsor with Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 podcasts.
It's more than just about commercials, though. The cast here will be taking our show on the road to Village Idiot to record some episodes as well as hold events. They have over 30 beers on tap, including ciders and Hefeweizen, my favorite, as well as hundreds of bottle choices.
Adam, you forgot my favorite, all the delicious wine. So get your friends together and enjoy the board games, puzzles, and the giant Jenga.
Let the owner, Jason, as well as the rest of the staff there, take excellent care of your beer drinking needs.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
Tuesday is open mic, Wednesday is trivia, Thursday is karaoke, Friday and Saturday night are live music.
Visit them at 4 Harrison Street, Suite 103, Cocoa, Florida, or Village Idiot Pub on Facebook. And don't forget, they are a dog-friendly location, so bring your friends, family, and fur babies.
Hey, Tach, you ever have that conversation with your girl about where to eat dinner and it always turns into that back and forth? I don't know, you pick.
Yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got an answer for you next time that comes up.
Oh, yeah? We're at...
The Salty Fox in Melbourne off of Oak Alley Boulevard.
Oh, nice. You know, I've actually been there, and the food was pretty awesome.
Hell yeah, it was. They offer a great selection of paninis, shareable appetizers, soups and salads, and one of the best desserts I've ever had, the Funky Monkey.
Oh, yeah, my favorite was the vintage options. They got this meal called ramen noodle on crack. You just got to try it out.
Done. That's definitely what I'm getting next time.
Put the fun between your legs at the Salty Fox every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. with the Oak Alley Arts District Bike Crawl.
It's a 4-mile bicycle ride down Pineapple Avenue with stops for food and beer all along the route. Be sure to visit the Salty Fox every Sunday for brunch from 11 to 4.
Hey, isn't that the $10 bottomless mimosas brunch?
Sure is. Enjoy your brunch while the Salty Fox's DJ spins throwbacks and top 40 hits.
The Salty Fox is located in the downtown Oak Alley Art District on Oak Alley Boulevard.
Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/saltyfoxmelbourne or online at thesaltyfox.net.
Hey listeners, be sure to mention you heard about the Salty Fox on our show and you'll get 10% off your meals.
Hey, it's Adam. If you enjoyed the content or the cast of Living Podcariously, be sure to check out the other show we produce. It's called The Twisted 10. Each week, a host or a guest host takes over the show and brings their own unique and original top 10 list to the show. Here's a few examples. Top 10 crazy religious practices. Top 10 sexual fetishes. Twisted Guinness World Records. Top 10 possible human extinction events. And my personal favorite, top 10 best or worst infomercial products. As you can see, the content is all over the place for the show. However, it is a lot of fun to produce, and we hope you like it. As always, thanks for listening.
Then do the Harlem Shake.
And welcome back to Living Podcariously. So I think we got our food competition kind of nailed down now.
Yeah. Makes me want to eat pie.
I love pie.
Both have a come taste our pie and pie eating contest and come in her pie. What did you guys say? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Okay.
Cream pie.
Come with a cream pie or
What?
something like that. All right, we'll figure that out.
So-
More to follow on that. Yeah.
I want to bring something up from a few shows ago.
Shoot.
So we had talked about just kind of a fun little topic, things that you notice about other people that inherently makes you think less of them.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, what did I do?
I know, right?
And it's none of you
Josh,
guys this time.
My racist
It's-
jokes are just jokes, buddy.
Nope. So I was driving here to the studio, and I was in the right-hand lane, and somebody pulled out, so I needed to get in the left-hand lane to pass him.
Yeah, nice guy.
You get in the left lane.
You allowed him to merge, basically.
Yeah. No. He pulled out. He was on the road, and he was safe, and he was fine. I was
okay.
He wasn't up to speed yet. He's like pulling a boat or something, whatever. So I got over, and it occurred to me how much it irritates me when people go under the speed limit in the passing lane.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a fast lane. It's not a left lane. It's a fucking passing lane.
Yeah.
And if you're not passing, get out of it. So yes, that is something that happens to me in my life.
You know what that was? That was like a
PSA.
that was a Jay Alvarez shenaniganery reaching through through Josh or through Mr. Wilson a little bit there.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. That is totally shenanigans. Stop the shenaniganery.
Nice.
That's what he said to finish it, right?
I think so.
I haven't
He started with stop the shenaniganery and he ended it with stop the nonsense. That's how he
Stop
closed
the
it.
nonsense.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, I 100% agree. I fucking cannot stand somebody who drives slow in the fast lane or the passing lane.
There you go.
Especially
There
on
you
95. If it's on something like a side road, like let's say Courtney Parkway here in Merritt Island. All right, it's 2 lanes going each direction, and usually on that road, there's a median turning lane, so you can get to that middle lane. You went and found another squeaking toy?
go. My bad. I'll put it away.
Oliver.
What makes you the maddest, Adam, is the hazard lights.
Oh, driving in the rain.
I hate it when people like they're in a different hazard than we are. It's like
Well, no, so oh my god, that may be the funniest thing you've ever said. No, so hazard lights. If you're driving as you're supposed to by the Florida Handbook of Road Law or whatever the hell it
I'm
is,
sure that's what it says.
something like that. Hazard lights are to be used only when your car is pulling off to the side of the road in an emergency or you are stopped. That is
I
it.
didn't know.
Yeah, that's it. I didn't yell at
Nobody
you
told me.
They did, actually.
Ooh.
when you got your license.
The book they gave you to get your license.
In
yeah.
Oklahoma,
Oh, I don't know. They might have just granted her grandfather rights from one
there
state to
was
another.
no book or no test when I moved here. I just got a new license.
Okay, so
In Oklahoma, though, Josh, I feel I should qualify this a little bit. In Oklahoma, do you know what flashing lights on a car mean?
what?
Our cow's pregnant.
I took a test on a country road.
so
I see what you did there. Come on, go with it. Go with it.
no, there's not really much else to say. I just you were told.
I just didn't know.
What's your responsibility to learn
I
the
thought
state's laws?
If I was
spot on.
having trouble driving, to turn it on.
Ignorance of the law does not protect you from the punishment of the law.
Unless you're a sovereign citizen, then
I was
apparently
busy. I
laws
was
don't apply to
19.
you.
Those motherfuckers.
I was 19. I didn't need to know the law in
Oh,
my
that's
head
right.
at the time.
Gotcha. Made sense.
Yeah, fucking
Checks out.
Driving slow. So again, I don't mind if it's on like Courtney Parkway or somewhere like that where you would potentially have to get into the left lane to turn left into your destination. However, on the interstates or on the just don't get out of the left lane. And what I hate the most is the people who are driving in the correct lane, the right lane. They're doing either the speed limit or just under it, which is where you belong. Mm-hmm. They're coming up to a toll. All right, the sign plainly says these 2 lanes stay straight for the sun pass. If you need to pay, then you merge off to the side of or to the toll exit. So what do these guys do in the right lane that are doing the speed limit? Oh, I don't want to get confused. Let me go ahead and get into the fast lane, into the passing lane.
There you go.
And slow down.
Nailed it.
And then I want to slow down in that lane because I'm nervous about the toll that I don't even have to slow down for. Oh, that drives me nuts.
I guess it's probably important to note too that like we have the same laws here in Florida. For the rest of you guys around the country who are listening, for like driving in snow hazards, like we have those laws. It snowed in Florida like 4 times since the last ice age. It's just doesn't happen here, but we still have
I know it
laws for
snowed
snow.
in 1989. It was a Saturday night, I remember, because I was watching Saturday Night Live.
It technically snowed this 2 weekends ago.
It's technically illegal to fall asleep under the head dryer in Florida. So, I mean, there are still laws.
There's a head dryer in a
There's
car.
actually an episode of The Twisted 10 where
Bizarre
some of
laws,
these
you're
things are discussed. Bing!
They're right. You get bonus points
What are
if
you
you remember the
looking for?
number.
I'll give Tach at least something to play with over here. Here, ready?
It's gonna break.
Ready,
What
ready,
am I,
ready?
what are you, I don't know what you're throwing me.
1, 2, 3.
What are you freaking out about?
I was scared it was going to fall.
Moving on from that, we're going to do some kind of contest, some kind of competition with food at a sponsor's place. Perfect.
Chili.
That was chili. Yes, that was the vote for chili. What's the vote for pie?
The vote for pie is, I don't know.
Well,
You know what, Tach? Ask me, what's the most important thing about comedy? Just ask me.
What's
Timing.
well, with the contest,
I like it.
hilarious?
with the contest you were speaking of, I happened to see a thing for a contest on the internet. I was so excited about it because I really want to enter it because you win a wedding.
Oh,
They
look
pay
at
for
this
the whole
segue.
wedding. But it
What
was
if
it
I'm
said
not gonna have a wedding?
2017. It wasn't this year, so it's
Oh.
already over. But it was still a cool contest. It was called Love and Tacos Contest.
Wait a minute, you win a wedding? Does this mean, Tach, if you could enter and win a woman to get married to? Sweet.
Sweet.
Okay, here's the article. For fast food lovers, there's something inherently romantic about Taco Bell. Nothing says I love you like a bouquet of cheesy Fiesta potatoes. But now you can actually get married at Taco Bell thanks to a new contest. From Valentine's Day until March 1st, couples can enter the Love and Tacos contest for a chance to win an all-expense paid vacate trip to Las Vegas to get hitched
Okay.
at a brand new flagship Taco Bell Cantina.
Cantina?
Yes.
I like cantina better.
All you have to do is put whatever you get. But you get, if you don't win, you can also go and get married there yourself. It's only $600.
$600. What does it come
And
with? Does
you
it come
get-
with food?
Well, you get a taco 12 pack filled with tacos and Cinema Bun Delight cake. So I went ahead and went to the next thing, and it showed about the winner.
Really, for $600, you're getting a lifetime of regret for getting married in a Taco Bell. That's what you're getting. The Taco Bell, we would like you to sponsor our podcast, so please ignore
Right.
what I just said.
It's a lifetime of we got married at Taco Bell and a lifetime of everybody else saying why.
Yeah, exactly. And you spent how much to do it? You know, you could have just showed up there with everybody and done it, right?
I got married in Vegas.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right, here's what it includes. The wedding package includes
well,
a ceremony
not important,
performed
Tach.
by an ordained officiant, custom Taco Bell merch, champagne flutes, and a bouquet made of sauce packets. Yes, a hot sauce bouquet is included. In fact, hot sauce packets are the key of the wedding decor. There are even custom-made Marry Me packets. And bow tie styled after the condiment. So he's got a bow tie on that has the hot sauce packets on it that are all
She guessed how
colorful.
I was going to propose to her just then.
Of course, there's a reception for 15 guests that includes a taco 12 pack. It looks like they've got some burritos and like salsa and guacamole, all kinds of stuff sitting out there. And there's also a Cinema Buns Delight cake, which honestly looks tastier than your typical wedding cake. It even follows the naked cake trend that's all over Instagram. It's actually a big, really pretty cake.
What's a naked cake trend? Oh, there's no icing around the sides?
So if you want to get married
All
at
right.
Taco Bell, check out their website. It's no icing.
No, thank you. Well, cool.
So if I pay $600 to get
tacos.
married in a fucking fast food restaurant, and they give me enough food for 12 people for a 15-person reception table in the back, I'm going to be pissed. But they can't spare the extra 75 cents for 5 more burritos?
Exactly.
It's actually
What's up, Taco Bell?
fancy. Look.
This image has to completely change Josh's mind.
And the food looks nice too. If you
Let's
scroll
see if
up,
it
you'll
does.
see pictures of the items.
Dead ass toe.
Stop looking at the bride. She's
No.
married.
But she's just a model.
Nope. She's
Oh, no,
not a
that was the
model.
actual bride?
She's a bride.
That's her bride.
Tach was saying that
She's
about...
technically not married yet in that
Oh,
picture.
I'm sorry, Tach. You want to see? Oh, they're kissing. They might be. I guess not
Yes,
legally.
but you
There's a
have to
chance.
Here's your
sign
food.
You have to sign the marriage certificate.
Tach was saying dad ass for one of the people at the Salty Fox this week. I'm just saying, if you're listening, you're not
For a
going to know
few
who you
of
are.
them, a few people there. I fell in love over there.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Tach falls in love
3,
at Salty
4,
Fox a lot.
5,
I do.
Are you counting
6, 7,
the food?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. This picture has more than a Taco 12-pack. I'm disappointed, Taco Bell.
That you get more?
I'm sorry. I keep shitting all over it. Like, it's a really weird, quirky way to get married.
Okay, the cake looks delicious, though.
Please be a taco. Please be cinnamon twists.
That cake looks super good. If we have
Used to be
a
Choco Taco.
if you have
Totally changed
The
his
cake
mind.
wins!
that cake, I should pass this around. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that cake
no,
looks
that's
amazing.
cool. Let pregnant Andrea get up and walk across it. No, I'm just kidding.
Cake.
That looks good.
Dad ass, though.
Yes,
She can't hear me talking about her ass right
What
now,
is that?
Tach.
That's the.
the food.
Andrea does not have headphones on.
Oh yeah.
Look at him. Oh, I just want to go up in that ass. Hey, Tach, can you see down her shirt?
Cream pie. A little bit.
Yeah, they're gigantic right now.
Dirty.
What? What
I'm not
happened?
being dirty.
See the wedding now.
Oh, I don't have to. Well, win-win for me, I think. Oh, here we go.
All he did was throw like soft tacos like in a box. I'm like, there you go.
Man,
The cake does look pretty good.
Should we like abridge this a little bit? Because we're like, look at this picture. Check it out, guys. Look at this picture over here. Check it out.
Oh, that's neat. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's terrible. No, that.
I will say that cake looks like a giant cinnamon roll. And it sounds like by what you described, like so if we have a pie bake-off and you bring a Taco Bell cake, I'm going to hang out with you.
Where's dad ass?
Yeah.
I don't. There's the dad ass photo's not in
picture.
there.
Go to the very
The
first
very
one.
first-
Oh, I didn't see it either.
Where'd you?
Oh, okay. Eh.
Did you just meh that?
Petite. Yeah.
She could set that on a countertop.
She's
It's so shapely.
Sweet.
It's all right. It's just not my
He's
taste.
Sweet. What a good boy.
Is it because she put her
It was
headset
a
back
good
on?
boy. It was a good
It
boy.
has nothing to do with her putting her headset back on.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're interested in that
All right.
contest, hit tacobell.com, I guess.
Last year.
Yes.
Last year.
It's
so
over.
get a time machine.
Yeah.
But you can still go and get married
And tell us all to
in
invest
Las
in Bitcoin.
Vegas. So if I'm getting married in Las Vegas, I'm definitely doing it there.
Gotcha.
Just saying.
That makes sense.
All right. So what normally comes after marriage? Now, granted, we might be doing things in a different order here.
Love and marriage.
Keep going.
Honeymoon.
It's an
It's true.
institute. You can't.
Oh, I know. Get a pet.
A pet's good. Usually that's before the marriage to see if you're responsible enough to have something together.
So you go on a
human
honeymoon? A honeymoon's not it?
Trying to
Consummation?
Yes, sure. Consummation, which leads to.
The honeymoon.
Well, all right. God, throwing a beach
Leads
ball.
to
Sleeping after because you're
the
tired.
the cream pie thing we were talking about.
Cream pie, yes. Cream
Ooh,
pie is definitely
dessert.
part of it. Yes, not dessert, but cream pie.
It's kind of dessert.
I was trying to angle to give our listeners an update on our babies.
Is it where the sperm
right.
meets the egg?
That's what I was going to do. Yes, yeah. When
It's already happened.
When the sperm meets the egg, it's a. I can't go further than that.
Something else about a pie there, too. All signs point to pie, so
So let's get our baby
and
update.
we're doing that.
Let's get our baby update. Both of us are pregnant. Well, so Josh, Mr. Wilson, and his wife are pregnant, and Andrea and I are pregnant. So let's get a little bit of an update for our listeners. So one thing we haven't told them yet.
Still pregnant?
Yeah,
Still pregnant.
All right.
Still pregnant.
Let's move on. So it ain't funny. No, I'm just kidding.
One thing we have not told our listeners yet is the sex or gender of the
Jesus
babies.
Christ, some things are just private, you know?
Well, if Josh doesn't want to share, then he doesn't have to. I certainly am with our listeners.
I will tell
It
you
was
what.
a
It
joke
is a
about
baby.
like the sex. Let's talk about the sex. Like
Oh.
I did it doggy style. That's
was
how I got her
alright.
pregnant.
I don't remember the night, to be honest.
Anyway, sorry. Continue.
So
Mr.
do you have
Wilson?
any, do you have any
you're looking at me?
announcements that you want to?
so we are having a daughter.
Yay!
Congrats.
All right, buddy.
Congrats.
Super happy for you.
Thanks. Yep, I did it. I mean, it was like a 1 and 2, and I got one of them, so it worked out. But
Wait, I don't understand that.
Well,
One
first of
and
all,
two-
don't assume the gender. First of all, this is a millennial you're having. Actually, it's not a millennial.
No, it's no
Not
longer
anymore.
millennial. It's
It's going
now
to be
zillennial, I believe. There's another term for it.
I
We
don't think
talked
there's
about it
a
on the
name
show.
for.
Yeah, there is.
The no
Nerm.
names.
I don't think there's a name for him yet.
The Goonies.
You know,
Goonies
Mike-
never say die.
Goonies never say
That's difficult to do too.
Doo-doo.
Do. His
I
collar
have
seems
to
a
say
little
die.
tight.
I use that at work all the time.
Well, you can just say colored.
That's
Which is the proper term.
It's true.
But it's not as much.
So we're having a daughter, Aurora.
Oh, sorry.
Aurora Joy.
Aurora Joy. Now, is that
Aurora
any
Joy.
relation to Andrea Joy?
Yes, it's after me, and we'll leave it at that. Wait, let me take my headphones off for a minute. I have something in my ear.
Okay.
I was so inspired by Andrea's name
Oh, you should be listening.
that we just decided that something consonantly close would be what we wanted. So, Andrea, that's 3. Aurora, that's 3. So,
Joy.
Joy.
It's the same.
Aurora Joy Wilson. That's an awesome name.
Thank you.
Aurora is a really, really cool name.
we were actually watching Passengers, and Jennifer Lawrence's character in the movie Passengers is Aurora.
Can I call her Rory?
Right? She's my celebrity freebie.
I love her.
I've already, it's clear. Margaret has said, and I have said, that if I have an opportunity with Jennifer Lawrence, that I can, I guess I can't really take my wedding tattoo off, but I can, just like a free pass, just okay, don't bring anything home.
Cool.
She's my one freebie.
What did you think of Passengers?
Honestly, it's a fantastic movie.
I don't think I've
I
ever seen
liked
that.
it too. A lot of people don't like it. They didn't like it.
I'm having a baby too.
Sorry.
Tach.
Speaking of
I'm
passengers,
sorry, Andrea.
you
what's
also
up?
have a passenger on board.
Yes, we are also having a daughter,
Yep.
and her
Congrats.
name is Abigail Jo.
Abigail Joy?
Abigail Jo.
I'm just kidding.
Joe is after my father. When he passed away, I sent a balloon up with a note, and I promised I would name a child after him. So
Well, that's cool.
she got it.
She
Luck
got
of the
it.
draw.
Congrats, guys.
Is that going to be J.O.?
J.O.
J.O.
I asked her if it was going to be Josephine, because that's typically the girl's name, but
No.
she said no, J.O. J-O-E? Nope, J-O. That's a girl. The girl is Joe. The guy is Joe. See the difference?
Yeah, one had an E on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Totally heard that.
Both of our babies are AJ is the initials,
So am I.
and Andrea Joy
So
is
is my
Jose.
daughter, Alyssa Jane.
Alyssa is too. But what something was kind of funny that came up in teamwork, the group of friends that we all have, is which baby is going to get the AJ as the nickname, and everybody kind of said, well, Aurora is going to be first, so she'll get it. And I said, well, Abigail has a nickname, and that's Abby, so she'll already have her own built-in nickname. So it'd be easy.
My buddy's wife, her name is Amanda Jo, and she goes by AJ. So
Oh, really?
I never wanted to go by that. I thought it sounded very masculine.
Yeah, but to be fair, our kid's gonna be a tomboy. Between Margaret and us not having cable and shit like that, our kid's gonna just kind of grow up playing outside.
That's so cute.
Alyssa
Thinking
would-
you know what is good. That baby's gonna be the biggest fairy tale princess loving.
Well, see,
girly
Alyssa
girl
wore
ever.
princess dresses, but she would go out and play in the mud. She would wear big fairy dresses and wings and come back and they'd be broken and she'd be a muddy, big smile on her face. She said it doesn't matter what you're doing, you have to look your best. So you can play sports in mud in princess dresses.
yay, sports.
But so there's so many babies going on right now. We have an undisclosed friend that's also having a baby. We're not going to share his or her information.
I also
on the
have
podcast.
another buddy at work who's having a baby too. Around
Really?
the same time, yeah.
That's awesome. And then our friends from the salon had just recently had their baby about a month ago. So lots of babies, lots of them. What's going on?
We have an overpopulation problem,
Baby
guys.
boom.
Well, I mean, we do.
Josh, it's really funny. So Josh and I used to work together. He now works over another contract out at NASA. But on our team that was at one time all together, right now, the boss of the team, him and his wife are pregnant again. The lead on the team is a female. She's pregnant right now. I don't know if you knew that or not. I'm pregnant with Andrew. We've got a baby and Josh. So 4 people on our team of 7 people are pregnant right now.
And 3 of the people on that team have left.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't get the fucking memo, I guess. I should have jumped
2
out.
people. I guess it's just 2.
Oh, no, it is 2. Yeah, you're right. One of them's still there.
It's an epidemic. As soon as we figure out what's causing this, we're going to get down to it.
The answer is not using protection. That's how it works.
We already answered that. Segment 1, it's our contest. Cream pie contest. I really like this pie contest. I think this is going to be great.
I could so use a pie right now.
What, you want to
take a break?
chop?
Oh,
do
sorry,
like
that's right.
you-
That wasn't
Do
the
like
correct
you?
term.
What are you saying to me right now? What is
That's
this?
not what I do. That's what Jimmy does. That's not what I do to you. I usually get the cues. Like,
No,
if you give me one
you
of
were
these, I'll
doing it
carry
like
it.
when we were filming stuff, and I'd be like, you were like, I don't know what you're saying. I'm like,
Have you, speaking of not picking up cues, did you guys see the video of Bill O'Reilly losing his fucking mind because he couldn't
Yeah.
understand his teleprompter?
Oh, that's years
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, wait a second, because me and Ron have said this back and forth to each other a ton. we'll just do it live. Fuck it, we'll just do it live.
Okay, we'll do it live.
Yeah, I fucking love it. I don't necessarily like Bill O'Reilly. I'm not putting my stamp of approval on that conservative guy. However, he's been pretty funny in the past, and that I fucking love.
You know what I love about Bill O'Reilly? Do you know why I find him so inspiring?
Why?
I've never seen him wrong before. He never gets anything wrong. Like, we'll just agree to disagree. Like, no, motherfucker, here's the facts. Shut up. And he's like, we'll just agree to disagree. And commercial break. Get off my show.
He doesn't ever concede to being wrong.
Yeah, he's never made a mistake on air, and that's inspiring.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is he a Marine? Just out of curiosity, do you know if he was a Marine Corps history?
No, I was just going to say he's really bad at arguing.
Oh, well, all right, that too. Marines have and God, forgive me, Marines, if I'm fucking up your one of your mottos or whatever, but they will argue the point. Even if they recognize that they're wrong, they will argue their point to hold their ground as hard as they possibly can. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's from. Anyway.
So before we break, though, I know we're about to take a break.
Yeah.
So occasionally we do this. You guys saw it, of course, but occasionally we'll throw a post out when we're recording, just saying, hey, we're in studio. Throw us a shout out. So we've gotten a couple of them, a couple so far. Let's see. So Joe Rappa from the Bunzarelli Show.
Oh, yeah. What up, Joe?
Yep. Joe. Saw him on there. So he sent some love. So what's up, Joe? We got a comment from Jimmy Klein. So, good friend of the show, friend of Tach.
And also what was his title in the Hot Pink Shot?
What? He was
co-producer?
He was the third assistant director.
Third assistant director.
And camera operator.
Operator for Hot Pink. By the way, by the time you're listening to this, maybe we'll have the video available to view on YouTube. So we're still waiting for the license to be approved officially by the Queen folks. And then we'll post that up. But it's a good 35-minute video or so.
It's going to be so cool.
I can't wait. And Tach isn't fucking showing any of us. So none of us have got to see it yet.
Nope.
What the fuck?
Itching to see it.
I still got a lot more work to do on it. But continue on. What did Jimmy say?
So he just sent us a GIF of a famous lady that I don't remember her name. I know her face.
It's Margaret Thatcher. No, I'm just kidding. You don't even know who that is, do you?
I know who that is, but I know that is not Margaret Thatcher. She's a comedian. Is that... So, all right, Adam's going to figure that out. But so he just sent us a little picture.
Gotcha.
And we got another one from Nikita. So she is
my wife,
the fiance of Tall Trey Comedy. I've had him on here a couple times.
Bing!
But it's his fiance. She says, hey, and we should have a steak dinner cook-off. That's what she says. We should have a steak off.
A steak off.
Followed by the pie eating contest.
Off.
So, I mean, I don't know how we would do that. That'd be a lot of grills because like everyone's like real specific about their temperatures and their prep time.
Yeah.
That's not Amy Sedaris.
I know we can have
there you
steak at Nikita's house before the contest.
I would be down with that if they didn't live 6 hours away.
They can bring their grill.
Words are hard. It's okay.
They can bring their grill here.
Don't you guys have a grill?
Yeah.
Just use yours.
You have one.
I'll just volunteer up your grill.
Okay. Sure, they can come and grill anytime they want.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
For now.
Well, yeah, we'll add any more updates. We also shared that with the Podcast Mafia, so we'll add any of the updates you guys have. We'll give you a shout out live on the air. And I said, hey, we'll read whatever the hell you guys tell us to read. So whatever you want to do, just as long as it's not racist, I'm okay with it. All right, guys, want to take a break?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll be right back. Sponsorship with Living Podcariously or The Twisted 10 is not just about contracts or money. We like to form relationships with those who invest in our shows.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. We only like representing companies or products that we can really get behind.
We met Kyle and Bianca from Oak and Iron Photography at an event from another sponsor of ours and immediately bonded with them because let's face it, they're just awesome people.
Yeah, and if you came out to our Living Podcariously listener event, you may have seen them roaming around, taking some photos for us. They captured so much joy and emotion in those photos that night. It was amazing.
Yes, it was.
Now, Adam, I'm kind of a amateur photographer, so I can appreciate how difficult it really is to capture moments like that.
They shoot events of any kind, weddings, lifestyle photos like maternity, couples, families, you name it. Not only do they capture moments that your grandmama will like, but they also put that Oak and Iron personal style and spin on what would normally be considered traditional photos.
Oh yeah, that Ring of Fire shot from our event was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Their photos not only capture the raw emotions, but when looking at them later, you are transported back to that day they were taken.
You'll see it on their website. They capture, quote, the real moments for the true at heart.
Nice.
Head on over to oakandironphoto.com to check out some of their work. Also, you can click the Contact Us button and get a quote of your own.
Go and check out oakandironphoto.com and let Kyle and Bianca know you heard about them from us. And welcome back to Living Podcariously. What's up, guys? Hey, what?
Andrea, for the love of God,
Okay.
stop giving me chili.
But you like it.
I do it so good.
Okay, so, you know what? I know what we did yesterday.
Yeah, we
Ate
went
chili?
to the chili cook-off.
Before that.
Oh, well, we had sex.
Well, not we.
Yes, we had sex.
So did we.
You and Tach?
Whoa.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was good.
The hand gesture doesn't work on podcast.
You're right.
No, I don't. When I say we, I mean me, Jimmy, John, and Eric.
You guys had sex. Yes.
Was it good?
It's all right. No, we recorded another episode of Taint Funny.
Nice, dude.
Yes. I know Andrea's excited because she fucking loves that show.
Oh my gosh, it's the best.
You and Jimmy's wife listen to it together like all the time.
We
Yes.
are big podcast fans, let me tell you.
For our listeners out there, Taint Funny is the podcast that Tach did prior to, well, I guess in conjunction with Living
I even did it
Podcariously.
before even Living Podcariously was even around yet.
It was before. Yeah.
And then we kind of been on a hiatus for a while. And then we came back. We're like, yes. And we called it season 2. And then we
Took another 2-month hiatus after the recording. Yes, I noticed.
So now we're actually in talks of doing a weekly show. Actually getting together. We're getting together again Sunday.
For more
Really?
sex?
Get right out of town for more sex. Yes.
Awesome.
So what time do you guys record on Sundays? Because that was early,
It's a
right?
morning. It's a morning thing. Yeah. We always get together in the mornings. And now we do it. We used to do it at my house. Now we do it at John's house.
He's got better
He
beds.
Cooks breakfast and all that for us.
I want to come.
Okay.
Same thing
For
Tach said.
breakfast? I'll bring my pie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't get her pregnant. All right. So,
So yeah. So
when
we
does that
recorded.
come out? When's the next one come out?
Well, Jimmy's going to be editing this episode. So
cool.
hopefully within the next few days or a week or whatever.
You went live yesterday when you were recording, and I fucking loved it. You were trying to capture the scene and get everybody in there talking on mic, and John was telling some story of I don't know what, and you pan to Eric, and he's coughing. By the way, Eric has been on an episode of both Twisted 10 as well as Living Podcariously.
Yeah.
So Eric Snyder is his name, and he was coughing, and he noticed that Tach was filming him. So in mid cough, it's hard for me to do on podcasts. So you just have to use your imagination. But mid cough, he's covering his mouth, like, and it changes from covering his mouth to covering his mouth with a bird for the camera. It was fucking perfectly timed. Gotta love Eric. I love his timing above anyone on that show for comedy. It's fucking hilarious.
Yes, it is. And John goes on this huge rant about the chili cook-off that we were about to do.
Yeah.
And he made up some nickname for me. You just have to listen to this show. And normally I don't like these kind of nicknames, but this one was actually kind of fun. So,
What was that? I don't remember the nickname.
I don't even know if you even heard it. It probably wasn't on the live one. But,
Oh, okay.
But
So I need to go tune in for Taint Funny to figure out
listen
that.
to the next episode of Taint
All
Funny.
right. See, good, very good, very good. What, cliffhanger? What do you call that?
Yeah.
Good
It's a
job.
cliffhanger, little suspense point,
Yeah.
hook point.
And speaking of other podcasts,
Oh yeah.
Adam and I had the honor of guesting on another podcast hosted by our buddies from Hysteria 51.
Yeah, Hysteria 51 is so it's a conspiracy theories, aliens, anything that's one of those way out there kind of theories, and
But they come from a skeptic's point of view, which is why I like it.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's so well produced. So, like, our show is very free flowing. We don't have scripts. We have agendas, like topics, bullet points, literally, and that's it. That's all we do for show prep. And you guys probably already know that. However, both the listeners and the cast in here know that. However, they're very regimented. I wouldn't say very scripted, but very regimented in how the show flows.
Yeah.
And I got a little bit of behind the scenes on exactly how their famous character on their show is Seabot. Conspiracy Bot. They call him Seabot. He's a computer. The cat is under your chair, so don't go down.
How bad do you like this? Do you want to keep the cat?
Go ahead.
Is it good? You like the cat?
Straight down. Just do it. But I got to hear a little bit of behind the scenes on how Conspiracy Bot works. And let me tell you, Conspiracy Bot's a dick. I just want to throw that out there. He's kind of a dick, but I still love him. He's still my favorite cast member on that show.
It's pretty fun.
But you like dicks.
That's true.
Boy, that's a sound drop if I've ever heard one. No, we appreciate it. We got to go on there and talk about the Voynich manuscript.
Yes, sir.
For those of you who don't know, it's a piece of literature, 300 or 400 pages long, that was found
it's from the 15th century.
Yeah, carbon dated back to between 1409 and 1430. So they got pretty specific on carbon dating, and it's in a language that has never ever been uncoded. So, and it's definitely
Parts
dialect.
of it is. It's still kind of getting decoded slowly, but yeah.
I was going to tease it and say, unless
sorry.
you listen, because at the end of that episode, John and Brent really
then cut that
reveal.
part out.
Nah, it's all good. It flows just fine. John and Brent do reveal something that literally was found out the day before.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's new info that came out.
The day
That's
before
right.
we recorded this episode. So Tach and I did all this research. Not really that much. But we did all this research leading up to the show, and all of it changes now because guess what? They broke a lot of the code of the book or the manuscript and know what most of it's about. So it's cool. It's really cool. It's nothing like you would imagine. Let's just leave that as a cliffhanger for that episode.
There it is.
So go check out our friends. We're going to leave a link in the podcast show notes of this episode for both Taint Funny as well as Hysteria 51, so you can go check out their shows.
Yep. And I think our episode on Hysteria 51 won't be out for a few weeks. So
yeah, they're kind of like us. It's a little delay in producing, but theirs is so produced, man. It's just good. It's cool to hear that. It's a super well produced, very, very technical show, but it's awesome. It's really cool.
Yep.
By the way, we mentioned Trey earlier.
I was going to say, you just reminded me. We forgot to bring it up.
Yeah, do it.
But so Trey, so for any of our listeners out in Warner Robins up in the Central Georgia area, he's got a show on February 17th at 8 p.m. at Friends on the Hill in Warner Robins. So I don't know anything about the venue.
That's actually a pretty big show. If you look at the photo, there's a pretty big lineup. Trey's the headliner of it too, which is cool.
Yeah, I think, didn't he put it together too? This is like his show, right?
I don't know.
Organized it?
That's a good question. I don't know that.
I'm fairly certain it is. So unfortunately, this one will not be live streamed. The owner of the bar has asked him to not live stream this one. So if you want to see this one, you got to be there.
Something cool must be going on if it can't be live streamed.
Right.
They're having a pie eating contest.
Somebody's taking their pants off.
But we also we got another shout out. So a couple of listeners that came to us through Tall Tray Comedy. They are I don't have the names in front of me.
Kenny and Jess.
Kenny and Jess, thank you.
Yay, Kenny
they're from South Carolina.
Yay,
Kenny and Jess. Yay.
You know, that right there proves it's about the word of mouth is what really gets the shows out there, because their message said something along the lines of, we're friends of Trey. We listened to his Twisted 10 when he hosted. By the way, still our third most downloaded Twisted 10 of all time. Tall Tray Comedies.
Ding, ding.
And it's hilarious.
Well, for a good reason. It's a good show. And they've been listening to both of our shows ever since. So that right there is word of mouth proves, that's how you grow your shows. So
So thanks.
I don't know where to go from there.
So there it is.
No, that was a good ending.
That was a good.
That was good.
That was a good.
That was good. It's a good way to end it. But no, thanks for listening, guys. So just want to give you a little shout out back.
Definitely. Thanks, Kenny and Jess. Hey, if you guys, Kenny and Jess specifically, but also all the listeners, if you guys have questions that you want to submit to the show, maybe for something like, I don't know, the next segment that we're going to have, which is the Guyry
That's right. I've
Shoot
heard of the
him on
guy.
over.
already. I've heard good things.
Coming up.
I bet
Heard
it'll
good
be
things.
the best one ever.
Maybe. Don't prejudge. Maybe. We'll see. We judge that, not you.
Oh, you're so right. I'm so sorry.
All right. Let's get it right.
So I got something if we got time for it.
Of course, man.
Okay, so I happened upon. Wanted to choose my words correctly instead of saying I didn't want to say I came across it.
Gross. Ski.
Need a towel?
Maybe.
Need a pie?
Yes.
So this is called 12 Secret Fears 90% of Men Are Afraid to Talk About. Does that
So we're
follow that?
going to talk about it?
We're going to talk about
This is like our own self-licking ice cream cone right here, Tach. You're about to give away some secrets on the show.
Ice cream sounds
Right?
so
Kind of.
So we're going to get like taboos from Tach, and then we're going to get asked uncomfortable questions from the listeners through the
Right?
diary.
Great, Tach. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. But I think this is interesting to talk about because I was curious to hear what your guys' thoughts were and, of course, what Andrea's thoughts are.
Okay.
So just let's start us off. Number one, it just says...
Number one. Oh, no.
number one.
that men are concerned about what their body looks like.
So
Yeah.
do me a favor. Read the title of this again.
12 Secret Fears.
Secret
Okay.
Fears. Okay.
90% of men
Okay.
are afraid to talk about.
See, the problem with that one is afraid to talk. Well, I guess some men are afraid to talk about their appearance. Okay. All right. I'm with you.
Yeah, so I think we should twist it and not say afraid to talk about and just say won't talk about.
In that scenario,
In that-
yeah,
in
probably.
How about
context,
just
but-
secret fears men are afraid to talk about?
There you go.
I'm
That's
good with it. I'm good with it.
Okay.
That being said, though, I think that is a social cliche that is no longer true. I think the idea that men don't want to talk about their self-image or their vanity is like not a. It's. I don't think that's like a behind closed door, don't talk about it thing.
I think the last 15
Gotcha.
years of social media have changed that persona to match what Josh was saying, because it's in the scenario, Facebook and all of the social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all of it is all about me, the me person you're representing to the rest of the world. So vanity has a huge role, partially, I think, part of the problem with our culture now. However, vanity has a huge role in how we communicate.
What about you, Tach?
I'm very concerned about what my body looks like. So I don't like the way it is right now, and I would love to change it, but
So what's
Well,
this?
I'm
The
lazy.
physique of Adonis is not enough for you? You need more?
stop. Listen to you.
Tach just makes his belly get bigger so he doesn't have to look at his giant dick. That's all he does.
That
We
makes
all
sense.
know that.
That makes sense.
Okay. Thanks for the big belly and giant dick, which I definitely don't have a giant dick.
Double-edged sword? Oh, okay.
Let's move on.
I'll agree with that one. Andrea,
right, so-
you agree? You think that's...
I'm not a boy. That won't work.
I guess that's true. It's hard for you.
Well, you can always tell us if it's something we should be concerned about.
Not really. I don't really pay attention.
Thank God. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Because when I'm mushing up on top
I mean,
of her,
I'm more about the way things feel, so my eyes are usually closed and I'm enjoying the moment.
That's
or
when I have this stunt dick
My
come
mouth
in.
is too close because I'm busy using it. You know?
Gotcha.
eating pie in bed.
All right. So let's move on. We got a lot to get through. Okay, number 2 is financial situations. So
Okay,
this
yeah.
comes to a thing. It says, from childhood, we're told we're supposed to be the breadwinners. Otherwise, we're not, quote, men. So,
I can see that.
yeah.
So with 2 ex-wives in my history, I've had some troubled history, and not to say it's their fault, because it's like I take responsibility for when I fuck stuff up. But I don't like talking about my finances. Of course not. I don't necessarily say I'm afraid to. I'm just ashamed of in some situations. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think this is kind of weird when it talks about afraid to talk about. I think it's just more of something like it's a fear. Like you got to make sure that, you do provide for the family, and I think it's an issue.
I'll agree.
Otherwise,
with
we're told we're not men if we're not the breadwinners,
that. Sure.
and it can be stressful. Or if, like, I know some couples where it's stay-at-home dad while the mom works,
Mr. Mom in it.
Yeah, and then some people make fun of that, and they look down on it, like, as if he's, like, not a man,
I fucking wish.
You wish what? You would love to be that stay-at-home dad?
Yeah.
I would,
That'd
too.
be awesome. But, in case Margaret listens, like, I'm super happy that she's going to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm stoked about it.
Lucky. Not jealous at all. Andrea, what do you think?
Yes. Yes.
Were you not listening?
Yeah, I was, and then I got distracted.
By the cat.
Yeah.
So what do you
What do you
think
think-
about a stay-at-home dad? If the
I
mom
don't
made
think
all
they
the
can
money.
do it.
Is it so Andrea, one of the things that I love about Andrea is she's very what's the word I'm looking for here that to sound correct. She's very traditional in her mindset, and that's one of the things that I love about her. And that makes me a little chauvinist, and I got it. I understand misogyny, whatever, I got it. However, I love that about her. So in Andrea's mind, and obviously correct me because I'm telling people about you, but in her mind, the roles are pretty well defined. And to me as well, I mirror her same points of view, where in some situations there are certain roles that the mother or woman does fill and the guy
I
or
just
father
don't think
fills.
a guy could handle all of it at once. It would be too much.
I'm a single dad.
Hardest
You don't
job
think
in the
I can
world.
handle it?
Well, you're going to
Uh-oh.
work, though. I'm saying doing everything and then taking care of it, taking care of the other person.
Who else is doing it besides me?
Besides me.
I don't know.
I don't have a wife or a girlfriend.
That's a whole different situation.
Okay.
All right. Well, there you go.
That's not being a stay-at-home dad. You're at work.
Right, but you said you don't think a guy can handle it.
Well, the intimidation factor, I think, is where you played into there for the female making the money, which makes the guy be a stay-at-home dad. You're put in a situation where, guess what? It's not really a choice. You have to both be the breadwinner and the both mother and father to your children. You don't have the opportunity to be the stay-at-home dad where the
Correct.
money being made is stereotypically not the man. It'd be the female in that situation, but you don't have that. Your situation's a little bit different. Don't get so sensitive, Tach. Jeez.
He's gonna cry.
I just didn't like the fact of her saying that men can't handle it, which I don't think that's true.
Okay, I won't
Certain
say my
men-
opinion because it might hurt Tach's feelings.
Oh, jeez.
Certain men can't. I'll tell you, I couldn't do it. The hardest job I've ever seen in my life is a mother. That's a very difficult job.
Want to move on?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Number 3 is their height. Concerned about being too short.
Everybody's the same height in bed, baby.
I would rather the guy not be shorter than me. But
Okay.
it wouldn't be like a total, like, no way, Jose. If it's an amazing guy and he's shorter than me, then okay. But I wouldn't typically just go for a shorter guy.
Okay.
Yes. So, I don't
I'm
know.
concerned about this too.
I'd say maybe that's something I've never thought of because I am the epitome of average height. I'm like 5 foot 8.5 inches. I'm like dead.
I thought 5'10" was
average.
average.
Way to kill his fucking steam
Trevor,
over there.
I've been wanting to be 5'10".
No.
I'm like at 5'7", 5'8". That's where I'm at.
My point being that I guess I'm not dramatically far off of the average. I'm not noticeably shorter
Right.
or taller. So I've just never. I guess it's something I've never had to
I
think
agree with
about.
that. I agree with that too. Like our height is, there's definitely guys shorter than us.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's a lot more guys taller than us.
I'm
There's
gonna,
a lot more.
I'm going to steal a little bit of another podcaster here in Central Florida with this little statement, but I didn't mean little statement in the terms of what we're talking about. Bad choice of words. My bad.
Shut up, giant.
Yeah, but in what I've seen is the men that are shorter and women. I don't know how to really compare this to women, but in the men that I've seen that are shorter, historically, from in my life, the men that are shorter are the more creative thinkers. And I know that sounds really weird and should not have one attribute tied to the other, but it is. One of my heroes in Central Florida is Daniel Dennis. All right, who runs Tom and Dan. Well, he is a partner in Tom and Dan. He is the most creative person I have ever met in his life, and he even addresses this as well, because a lot of people will ask him. He's a smaller guy. He's shorter. However,
Right.
it has never stunted him in any ability to be creative in his entire life. The guy is a fucking genius, and that goes in line with all these other men that I know that are shorter. Greg Hess, for example, out in Iraq, unbelievable guy, tiny, little tiny dude, but unbelievable man with an imagination that's just through the roof and very creative. So I don't know, maybe as you grow up as a shorter kid, you learn to use your mind more than you would if you were one of the taller kids in the class to get out of situations or to entertain or be the class clown or do whatever. Maybe one ties the other.
That
Maybe.
seems pretty natural. I mean, if you are not the biggest dude in class, you're not gonna be the star on the wrestling team unless you figure some shit out.
Yeah, how else are you going to get the attention?
Yeah. No, but I agree with you. It makes perfect sense. That's what I'm saying.
All right, number 4 says sex is terrible. And as an example, it says like she talks about an ex being good or bad, So now it kind of gets it to where you're thinking like, well,
Am I good?
Am I good or bad? Or, Andrea?
I'm
confused by the question.
talking.
Like, remember, the guys are
Afraid
these are
to
a
talk
secret
about.
fear. We're afraid to talk about whether, like, the sex that we're having with our partners is good or bad.
Are you? I don't know. Tell me.
Are you afraid? What you're asking is, are you afraid to talk about it?
Are you afraid to talk about it?
I'm not. I see where the fear would come from, though. We gotta, Tach, you gotta hold her hand during this one tonight, okay, buddy? It's late. She's starting to taper off.
I wasn't trying to get her to ask us a question. I was trying to get her to think, like, I don't know, just respond like we were all responding.
That's true. That actually, that reminds me. Adam, how is your mom?
What?
It's pretty good. I like that.
That's what she said.
I liked it. That's pretty good.
If she talks about an ex being good or bad, does that bother you?
I want to hear those stories, man. That part doesn't. I have no fear about talking about that. If I'm bad, I want to know it so I can improve. However, I kind of like hearing about other stories. Andrea will never tell me anything like that, though. That's taboo to talk about to her, and I respect that. But I want to hear it. I want to hear those stories.
Yeah, I guess that's probably, we're a poor audience for that, because Adam and I, we don't have insecurities. We don't. Like, that's right. You did have sex with that dude 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, no, I didn't. Hang on.
I mean, saying that much is fine. I just don't want to go into details. I don't need to hear details, and what's the point?
To me, it's building that story in my imagination. I want to depict in my mind what you experienced. If you had an experience in your past that was mind-blowing and just an amazing, I don't care who it was with, you didn't even have to name the guy, just a mind-blowing experience, explain to me the details of the story, what led up to the best night of your life, or what, maybe
whatever. That just hasn't happened, so I don't have a story to tell.
Oh, that means I'm bad in bed, Tach.
That was a compliment.
No shit.
That was a compliment, I think.
Is that meant to be bad?
No. What about you, Tach? What about you? Are you afraid to talk about your sex life?
I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm saying, am I
just
concerned
doesn't exist?
about... Yeah, I don't want...
Too easy. Sorry, too easy. I apologize, buddy. I'm sorry.
It's cool. But yeah, like if she's constantly talking about, this guy here used to do this terribly, or this guy here was really awesome, that would kind of bother me a little bit.
Really?
What was it that Ray used to say?
She's probably fucking someone else.
Yeah. Number 5 is other men can be a threat. I know this doesn't concern you guys, but for instance, like it would bother me if my girl came to me, my male coworker is so funny, like this is what he said today, and this is what they're talking about.
That all ties into jealousy. Both the last two kind of tie into jealousy.
Right.
Yeah. I can see that. I have had moments in my life where I've had jealousy, where I've been jealous in certain situations, and the amount of stress that it caused, I've either repressed the ability to be jealous or realized that it doesn't mean anything. There's nothing accomplished by having those jealous feelings. Mm-hmm. If your partner is going to cheat on you, if that's where this really falls to, then they're going to do that whether or not you're jealous or not. It doesn't make a difference. And jealousy usually, from what I've seen, usually leads to irrational actions. So you're only going to make it quicker for somebody to lead to those situations anyway with jealousy.
I would be totally jealous.
Yeah.
Yes, Andrea is a jealous person. Yeah,
it would bother me too, especially like, oh my god, you won't believe it. You hear what like John said today. It was so funny, and then I'm just like, that would bother me for sure.
Is that a real example of something that would make you jealous? Or
yes, I mean, I don't understand the question.
What if your girlfriend at the time came up to you and said, I'm so stressed out at work. My gay cube mate came over and gave me a back rub. It felt great.
You wouldn't say my gay cube mate came over. And
I know. I also wouldn't say my male coworker is so funny, but it's just to paint a picture is all it is.
Right.
So would it bother me if he was gay?
No. Would the scenario give you any kind of jealous twinges in your?
If it was a gay guy?
Yeah. No, a straight guy.
And
a straight guy.
Well, I said gay for a point.
Gay.
I wanted to see if that would trigger anything, because a jealous type would go, he's really not gay. That would be the very first thing that a jealous type would think.
I was going to say, is he confirmed gay? Like, or is it just what she's telling me?
It doesn't matter. It's still someone touching you.
It's true. That's like some people say, oh, what if my girl made out with another girl? Would that bother you? Yeah, that would bother me. It's making out with somebody else.
I'd be more jealous if they said, if if the girl or guy, whatever I am, said they had lunch with them. And I would be jealous. Be like, well, why couldn't we have lunch together if you had time to go have lunch with someone else? I miss you. I would be jealous more of the attention, probably.
Man,
That's fair. What? Man, what? Say it.
I'm surprised because that is a sentiment that I just can't relate to. Not to like repunctuate something I said a few minutes ago. And I'm not saying that you guys are wrong. It's surprising to me just how that it bothers you and that it's something that I wouldn't even think about.
How crazy people get.
Well, I wouldn't say crazy. It's something that is important to you. But
I hate to say it, Josh. I think you and I are probably more of the odd men out here because most people that I know have some tinges and some levels. The second time I've said that word incorrectly. Some level of jealousy in them. So
that's human emotions. They exist.
Not a non-black heart, whatever, a red heart.
A ginger heart. That's what we're going to call it.
A ginger heart.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
All right, let's move on. Number 6.
We're only halfway.
Yeah.
Funniest part
I'm
about this
sorry.
list.
No. It's
Adam. Adam talks. He
does. He won't shut the fuck
I
up.
know.
I mean, it's a podcast.
Oh, that's right.
Number 6. Her family hates him, or her family hates you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And he used an example. This actually was from a video from Brightside, so it actually talked about each one. Anyway, it was saying like you. Have you ever laughed at your father-in-law's jokes? You know, like just kind of, haha, that's so funny. You know, it's like, because you like want that, you know, you want them to like you, you know. So I don't know. Thoughts?
I think, I don't know. I mean, yeah, of course it's important that my wife's parents like me. I think it was also important. I think it's just a maturity thing between two adults. We realized very early on there's some very strong differences in belief and things that we feel. And we just kind of realized it and we just stopped talking about it like 5.5, 6 years ago, other than like cursory face value conversations.
Some of the things you never bring up with your relatives that you might not have exact mutual feelings about are things like religion, things like politics.
Favorite porn.
Yeah, favorite porn. You don't talk about those things because it will only create arguments and fights, and you don't want that. Usually because you see your relatives around the holidays. You don't want that around the holidays.
I have a story for off air.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, we'll talk.
And then we like cut right there. We came back. Oh man.
Damn, dude.
That was
I can't
crazy.
believe that.
That actually happened.
And she did it with a corn cob. That's the weirdest part about that whole story. Oh, sorry. Is that too much to give?
Again.
All right, moving on. Number 7.
Got him, Tach.
I'm still not scared of pie, though.
Little experience in relationships. I thought this was kind of worded weird.
You're afraid to admit that you're inexperienced. Maybe
Or
that's
afraid
the best way
that you are inexperienced.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you don't have enough. Like it's a concern for you. Like I don't know.
Just
Baby.
be confident.
Baby, I really love you, but I don't think I've fucked enough women to settle down yet. I have to go out and row my soil oats. I'm fucking up words all over the place.
What is
today.
happening?
Sow your oil oats. Man.
You went straight to sex on that experience thing. That's not where I thought. That's not where I went.
Okay, all right. Qui-Gon, where did you go?
What?
I called you Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon.
I know
you
it's
of all
Star
people should
Wars.
get
I
it?
gotcha.
All right.
It's Liam Neeson. He has a certain set of skills. No, I went to like just relationship experience. You know, like just how to maintain a relationship. You know.
Oh,
That's how I took it.
What's the longest relationship that you've ever had, Tach?
like 3 years.
Oh, okay, just checking.
What's yours, Adam?
10 years is my longest.
10 years. How's that going for you?
She just got her
Knocked
shit out.
up
There
some
you
other
go.
woman.
She just got her shit out of the garage, so going pretty good.
How about you?
For me, it's actually with Margaret. So 7
Current
years.
wife. Nice.
7 years, yeah.
Very cool.
No, just over 6 years. I'm sorry.
Andrea Joy.
Well, I've been with my mom for like 36 years.
That's
so
impressive.
it's a long relationship.
It is a long
It's got to be
Her
the
mom has
longest.
the best pie.
Yeah, I was kind of with her even before I was born, so we had that extra time.
My longest non-family relationship would have to be 31 years.
Ooh, can I guess?
Sure.
Is it Jimmy Klein?
It's Jimmy Klein.
Jimmy Klein.
And it's followed also Ron, Also, 31 years.
I didn't know
So,
that.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And you guys didn't even give us anything. That's
What are you
cool.
supposed to get for the 31-year anniversary?
I don't know. Let's ask somebody.
A clue.
What does De
Blood.
Beers say is the
I know.
fucking... What am I supposed to buy for you since you have a thing?
The
Hey, Siri?
his, and his bracelet.
What is a 31st anniversary gift?
I found an answer. It's displayed on your iPhone.
Okay. Modern timepieces. Huh.
Oh, is that the tag sponsored entry? Is that,
Yeah,
is that what that
yes.
is?
Buy this fancy swatch.
Yeah.
Have-
And there's a link. Oh, look at it. Just click right here. Little experience in relationships? No? Anybody?
Again, I feel like the person who wrote this is playing to people's insecurities. I feel like that's all this
Gotcha.
list is.
100%, yeah.
All right, let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is hair. Too much, too little, wrong places. Is it a concern for you?
Afraid to, so the title of this was afraid to talk about, or afraid to, so,
It's just secret fears. Let's break it down even smaller.
Oh,
Men's
all right.
secret fears.
Does being hairy bother you? Does being not hairy bother you?
Yeah, I don't. Again, that's another thing. Like, I have very little body hair. Just like I have no hair on
I
my
do
chest.
too. I have very
I
little.
don't.
I do have a little bit, but you can feel it, but you can't see it.
Mine, I actually have this nice illusion. I have this little bit that hangs out above the V cut in my shirt, but that's it. Like if I pull it down, there's nothing. It's just like this
that's
little.
the funniest thing in the world.
It just looks like I have a hairy
Like,
chest. It's
like
all
if
right.
if I have my shirt off, it'll look like I have no hair, which I'm totally fine with. It's never been an issue for me.
By the time that this conversation has been going on, my pubes grew an inch. So I don't know about you guys. No, I'm covered in hair. My body hair is out of control. I mean, it's not like, ape arm looking, but I've got tons of body hair. It doesn't bother me. I could give two shits, but does it bother the girls in the relationship if the guys have a lot of body hair?
I don't really pay attention, but it is fun to shear the sheep. It's like tumbleweeds. It's fun.
Is that a name for you, like shaving my balls, or what? Shear the sheep? Josh is losing his shit over there.
Time to shear the sheep. Oh, look at the kitty.
Oh,
I'm back. I got it under control. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
So does it bother you that you have covered in hair?
I don't get it. It doesn't bother me. It's
All
a
right.
built-in insulator. Right. I mean, I can wear one t-shirt in the winter.
I guess it
and
might
fine.
be different. Like none of us here are bald or going bald or anything. So
I'm probably the closest. I have receding hairlines, but they've been this way since I was like 16. So
Gotcha.
my father still
So
has
does
a
that
full head of
bother
hair.
you, or
I don't get if either,
would it bother you if you were going bald, or if you were bald? Do you think?
when I was a younger man, yes, I would say it would bother me if I was going bald. But I don't, at this stage of my life, I'm not going to go spend thousands of dollars to try to save the vanity of my hair. I don't, if
I'm
it's
breaking
going,
up
it's
with
going.
them when he's bald.
Is it because you have Andrew?
No, absolutely not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy. If she wants me to change something about my appearance, then I'll do it because she wants it. However, no, it has nothing to do
My
with
just
her.
concern is like I think if I was in a like say Mr. Wilson's scenario where he's married 7 years, got a baby on the way, I wouldn't care either. But I'm single. I have no girlfriend. I think I would be more concerned about it than say if I was him.
Well, so is that really an unattractive quality to women? If a man is balding, is it going to be a tick on their box of, all right, that's one in his bad column?
You can outshine your hair. That's
I'm gonna answer for women and say no, because there is a member of Team Teamwork who has been balding since he was 16, and that dude still pulls tail. So
what I'm
Confidence.
saying. If you're the person is going to outshine the hair.
Yeah, if your confidence and your characteristics of your personality
If you're
speak
hiding
louder
in the
than that.
corner bald, then no one's really going to pay attention to you. Not because you're bald, because you're hiding in the corner.
Hey, that's very well said. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Diet.
Yeah.
It is good to eat.
how? Honest question: how old is this list?
I don't know.
Is it,
I
if
can
you
find
don't have
out.
it, it's not a big deal.
No, I can find out. But
And I say
2
that because it
seconds.
just seems like a lot of these things that have come up in the list have become like pop culture things that we're just like either not supposed to talk about at all, or you're awkward if you don't talk about it.
This was uploaded last November.
That's a
pretty recent.
list.
Hang on. Where was it uploaded to? What? Plug the source if you don't mind,
I did earlier.
because there's a difference if it's
Brightside.
Brightside.
Brightside? I don't know what Brightside is.
Is that like
Brightside?
is that the more popular side of Breitbart?
What?
Sorry, that's a political joke.
I don't know. They got like 6 million subscribers. I mean, it's pretty.
Well, so
popular.
the demographic
This
target
video
is the
has
question.
over almost 2 million views.
If your demographic is an older generation, then I would think this list would be spot on perfect. Because the younger generation now, I don't think have these insecurities that we even in our age and a little bit older would have.
Looking at their other videos that they post, I would say their demographic is probably 20 to 35-year-olds, maybe.
Oh, yeah, okay. That shoots that right out of the water. Okay, all right, carry on. I'm sorry.
So diet, is this like something you're concerned about? I am, of course, because I'm getting to that age. Or I am at that age. So.
You know what? I'll say yes to that one. I'm afraid of having to curb my diet and my appetite for my health purposes. With a daughter on the way, I need to think really, because my grandfather on my mother's side, which is the one that's dangerous here, died at 55 of a heart attack. So, and he was not that out of weight. He was just, he's a little bit obese, but not bad. So I need to really take a look at my diet and make sure I'm around for when she graduates, when she, goes to college, when she gets married, when she has her first baby. That I need to make sure that I'm there. So I'm afraid of what could potentially come from having to change my diet because I love food.
I do too.
Meanwhile, go check out our pie eating.
Right?
Was that what you were going to segue there?
No, I was going to say now's my opportunity to say on air that you should quit drinking soda.
Yeah, I switched to Coke Zero. All right.
That's
good
horrible
step
for you.
forward.
That's almost worse.
Do you know what that means? It means you have to wait an extra 10 seconds for it to get all the hard water stains off the inside of your toilet.
You know what? Being pregnant, I'm not even supposed to drink diet soda. If I'm going to drink soda, it should be regular. So if I can't drink it, think how bad it is for you too, especially on a regular basis.
Let's corner Adam and talk about his soda drinking habits.
Well, I'm all right with that. We can talk about it. That's what I primarily drink is
water.
Cokes.
Should be. I just got off of almost 2 months of straight nothing but water. I mean, I had 1 cup of coffee in the mornings and then green tea, but other than that, it was just water. That's it. And I got tired of it, and I needed something sweet, and so I kind of been back on soda for about 5-6 days now. But I'm definitely going to go back off.
I'm just the opposite. So I'll drink soda all day,
I used to be just like it.
That's what I drink in the morning, at night.
I could kill like a 12-pack in 2 days.
Easily.
Day and a
I
half.
could easily do that.
Yeah.
My what I've discovered, I recognize that my body has changed now that I'm almost 40 and my metabolism is changing. I'll have a soda that I'm drinking while I'm working or something like that, and I'll feel my body craving water, like real water sustenance. Like, this is just not going to work. I need to go actually drink like 16 ounces of water straight, and then I can go back to my soda. So I feel my body wanting and craving other things. I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to give that up. Never want to give.
All right, let's
You
get
think
through
I
this.
wanted to give up wine?
That's different. You have a baby.
Yes,
That's
I do.
different.
100%.
Well, for that purpose, but it's still like he could give up soda while I'm pregnant while I give up wine.
We're not doing this crazy thing. No, we're not doing this.
That
I'm
would
not
be a
wearing the
great
suit
idea.
that makes me feel the weight of the baby. I'm not
I'm
going
not
to the.
saying anything crazy.
All right.
Just you can give up something.
Giving up
you
soda is
love.
crazy. That's the line, lady. Okay.
All right, so let's move on.
Josh, what did you do? Did you put him up to this? Did you put her up to this? What's going on over here?
Touchy.
We all had a meeting
What
earlier.
number 8?
Is this my what do you call it when all your friends gather up?
Intervention.
Intervention?
Yes.
Okay, so number 10 is really doesn't make any sense. It just sounds the same as like another one we just read. It says their relationship with their girlfriend. I don't know.
Maybe, you know what? I'm going to take a twist on that. It's the only twist I can think of that makes any fucking sense.
Ooh, with a twist. All right.
Yeah. Is that it would be... So imagine for me if you're 15 and you started dating somebody that you were like... Who was not a popular... She was like one of the nerds. Just
Oh,
like...
you're ashamed of your date.
That's the only way I can think that would
All right.
exist. But then again, like those are the kids I hung out with, so it's kind of like a weird analogy because those were my buddies.
I don't know. I just was going to move on past this one because we kind of already.
Yeah, that's a hard
agree.
one. That's
I
a difficult
agree.
one.
Number 11 is how many partners she's had before you.
Oh no, I love talking about that stuff.
We've talked about that on the show.
Yeah.
Since I've joined, we talked about it.
Yeah.
The cat is going crazy. There's a bug in the window or something. She's going nuts.
Is that a concern for you? You worried about it?
Not really,
If she's
but
had a lot.
But for that one, I know that I'm in the minority, that we are in the minority, Adam. I know that doesn't bother either of us. I know my wife's number.
Even if it's like, let's say it's 8 or 2, or what if you're the 1? That's it.
I would actually admire if, I admire the numbers that are lower. But I don't
Not just lower, all the way. You're the
that's
first
awesome.
one.
That's amazing to me. Yes, that's very
You're
rare.
not concerned.
However, I don't look down on somebody who's had multiple sex partners. It doesn't bother me.
I got you, but I'm going the other way here.
Understood.
What if you were the first one and that's it?
Oh, I see. You're too few.
Did I know in advance? That I
Well,
was
you
the
know
first?
now. I don't know.
Well, no, and I say that
I got you.
if I found out afterwards, I'd be kind of annoyed. Really,
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever want to be a woman's first. I've never wanted that. I've never been like a virgin chaser. That's never been a thing for me.
I've never been a virgin chaser, but I have been.
But I'm chasing virgins. Yeah,
But I have popped a couple girls. But one of those was
probably the most derogatory term. Is popping a cherry a derogatory term for taking a girl's virginity? Is that derogatory to a woman?
Not if you're talking about pie.
and
Well,
we
you
are.
are. Yeah.
So, but one of those girls, I was a virgin too. So
Oh, isn't that special?
cute?
She was
That's a
33.
virgin.
I'm kidding.
so you would bother you if you found out later.
Yeah, but that's kind of a separate thing. But I would just be annoyed if I found out later because like that's a big thing for a woman. And I don't know. I never wanted that. And like as a teenager, I was just like, the first time I ever had sex with somebody, I was her second, and I realized that there was like no fucking pressure. None. I got to have fun, and it got to be an enjoyable experience because I was not worried about leaving a bad impression on her for the rest of her life.
That's one thing I've never been concerned about.
I made a very bad impression.
I've never been concerned about like, I guess my performance. I guess like you said, there's no pressure. Because there's not much to compare to. I guess is why you're saying it.
Well, not
So
Well, a lot of first-time experiences, you're
sex
going
is
to
like
premature ejaculate too. That's an embarrassing situation for a guy.
I've never done that before
Well,
ever.
Consider yourself lucky because that happens to the majority of men at least at some point in their life.
When? Like,
Especially as a virgin.
I don't mean like when in your life.
Well,
When does it happen?
3 minutes into the sex with a virgin. No.
That's exactly what I'm asking. When does it happen?
Some guys do it before even penetration occurs. It's just the excitement builds up and you blow your load with zero contact. Nothing at all.
It's never happened to me ever.
write a book.
Write a book?
Yeah,
About
make
what?
millions.
About
I
what?
have never ejaculated prematurely. Here's how.
Is this that common?
How not to blow
Yeah.
your load.
Andrea? That's what I was just going to you next.
Yeah.
It's pretty common?
Yeah.
Yeah? So this has happened to you.
Don't elaborate
Mr.
on
Wilson.
it or anything.
Mr. Wilson, this
I'm
has
not a
happened to you.
guy.
Oh, okay. Have you had it happen with you and having sex with
Okay, we're
guys?
talking to Andrea then.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's
We had two conversations going at
It's
once.
fine.
No.
Andrea? Huh?
It hasn't happened with Guy and me.
Who's Guy?
That's what I was going to say. Who the fuck is Guy?
You're really going to make me pee on myself.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Mr. Wilson, this has happened to you?
You're talking like before penetration?
I don't know. Whatever
Just
he
premature
just said.
ejaculation.
to
in
me,
general.
that is not
I've
where I
never
draw the
done
line
this.
at premature. I'm not like, I'm inside. Gah, I'm good.
I didn't think this was a real thing. That's what.
Oh, yeah. No, very much this. That happened to me when I was a teenager.
I know it's probably happened to a couple people here and there, but that's what it.
I'll tell you when it didn't happen to me is the first time I ever had sex. I was a virgin. She was a virgin. And I used...
Oh, so you made fun of me for that.
I didn't make fun of you. I thought it was sweet.
It is sweet.
I
Go ahead.
used condoms that I thought just were normal condoms because I'd seen them in places before. My friends had them.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what to buy. So here, 16-year-old Adam is buying condoms, and I bought non-lubricated condoms.
Whoops.
Now, let me explain to you. Not knowing anything
You don't
about
have
sex
to
at all,
explain anything. We get it.
that was not fun for either party.
Right.
And I didn't know you have to roll it down. I didn't know how it worked.
How the hell did you get it on?
Very painfully.
Would you unroll it first?
Let's just say there was a lot of stretching and snapping going on.
God.
Now, hang on. I need to go back to this. Did you unroll it first?
Yes. Yeah, I took it out of the package and I'm like, oh, I unrolled it to see how it worked. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Just bop,
Trying
bop. God damn it.
Oh, just a dry latex sock on your dick.
Yeah,
Just-
that's basically what it was. Yes.
How did you stay up?
Well, I was excited for the situation. So, in a 16-year-old boy, of course I'm going to stay up, but I couldn't. Let's just say there was not enough other. We're an explicit show.
Yeah.
There was no lubrication coming from her after that much time watching me fight with this condom for my first time having sex. Juices weren't flowing. It just wasn't working. So first time experience for me was not very good.
Awkward.
Yes.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, and the very last one here says open expression of emotion.
Sorry.
The cat is like going nuts.
There was a bug flew on the window and scared her, and she flew straight back off of there.
BB.
Remember,
Get
we're
her on.
talking about men's secret fears.
All right.
All right, number
It
12.
says open expression of emotions. Are you afraid to be openly expressive to your girl? I guess to anybody, really.
To anybody. To my girl, no. To other men that I don't think have the same level of openness that I do, yes. That's a difficult thing for me to do.
You don't feel like that with us, do you? Or the
Not at all.
or the thousands of listeners that we have?
So there's a different bond to a listener because it's. I mean, you aren't.
Which listener are you bonding to?
You aren't being judged to your face when you're talking to your mics, to your microphones.
We're just getting judged from their cars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're out there judging us.
Stupid motherfuckers.
That dumbass used a fucking non-lubricant. You dipshit. No. I'll tell you where it is hard for me to deal with emotions when it comes to funerals, deaths. That's like my grandfather passed away, and that was very hard for me. I couldn't discuss it with my father even. It was a difficult thing for me to try to emote. And I still have problems with that today. Like when our, friends of the podcast over from What's the Fuss, when Bill passed,
Right.
that's even just having conversations with Rocky and just some of the community about it. It was hard for me. I didn't know how to put words together to say how I felt. It didn't work.
I got you.
That part of my brain said no.
That's like when I was a kid, even into adulthood, I have trouble be openly expressive to my family. My friends, all fucking day. I'll tell you about stuff, and if tears come up, whatever. That's pretty rare for me to do that. But as far as openly talking about how I feel and feelings, I can do it all day long. But if it's my family, like mostly talking about immediate family, like my mom or my sisters or whatever, I just couldn't do it. And like even like saying I love you like to my family was hard for me. Like it just usually just turned into love you.
Can you say it to us?
No.
I'll try it. I'm serious.
No.
Hey, Tach.
We've already had this conversation.
And Josh and
Stop.
Andrea.
Stop.
You guys know. Hang on.
I'm not done with my
Tach,
story.
I love you, buddy.
Okay.
No, seriously, I'm not joking.
I
I love you.
But I gotta pee, guys.
it's awkward.
I
It's
understand.
awkward
Why don't you say it back?
So
The nice
can
thing
we
to do is
just
to say
do
it back.
this?
Anyway, let me come back to this.
All right, I'm sorry.
So that's always an issue I've had. And
I can
even
tell.
on my mother's deathbed, literally on her deathbed, and I'm sitting there alone with her, I had trouble saying it. Even though she was catatonic and not even all there, but there's part of me felt like she could hear me, And so I did manage to get it out because I was like, if I don't get all 3 words out right now, which I know she's been wanting to hear because she used to give me shit about it. Because, she used to say, I love you. And I'd be like, love you too. She's like, no, I love you. And I'm like, love you too. I love you or whatever. No, she kept trying. She wanted me to say the I part.
I understand that.
And I had trouble. Anyway.
I can relate. I really can.
My whole point
I
is,
can.
it's weird that it's with my family only. And now my son has that now. My son it's hard for him to say I love you.
I see what I've done with Josh his entire life is every single time I see him, my son, not this Josh. I mean, this Josh too, but every single time I see him, I make sure that I tell him that I love him. And if he just does the little, no. We say, I love you. We say that. It's okay.
I
It's
say
okay
to my
to
son
hug.
every
It's-
single
yeah.
day. Every single day. It's several times a day I tell my son that.
Oh,
And he just never does.
Cry.
Oh,
And he just never does. And I finally said to him, now, why can't you say it? I'm just not comfortable. I said, okay. So now I don't require it,
yeah. Well,
I'm
he's
not going to
just like
force
you.
him to do it.
Like his daddy.
I know.
All right.
Anyway, sorry. That's the end of the list.
No.
Unless you
No,
guys got something to
That was
talk
fun.
about.
That's a good
No,
list.
That was fun.
That was your best list ever, Tach.
You guys should have something like a nod that means I love you.
Like,
Yeah, it's it's like the chin up thing, like sup.
No, that's too used. Let's do our own. Like, I'll come up to you. I'll cup your nuts.
Cup my nuts.
You cup my
I'm
nuts.
talking about him and
Okay.
his son having their own way to say I love you without having to say it.
Just do one of these.
that's a good idea. I like
Just
that.
Just do one of those. little three. The listeners have no clue.
Yeah.
The rock on with
One
the
of
thumb
these?
out against your heart.
Yeah, I got you.
What you mean is the sign language symbol for I love you?
Yes, against your heart.
trying to say?
Yes.
All right, we've taken it. Yeah, let's take a break.
All right, Andrea Joy is about to float off the couch.
That's true. What do we got?
Float?
We got the Guyry.
That we may
Yeah.
have potentially coming up after the break the best Guyry ever. Potentially.
Yeah.
We'll be the judges of that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Hey, Tach, real quick.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you, man. I love you, Tach.
Okay.
And I
All right, let's get a break.
always love you.
Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women send in questions to show@livingpodcariously.com for Adam, Tach, and Jay to give brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Guyry. Guyry? Really? Hey, Tach, is that the best name we could come up with?
Yeah, just go with it.
Aw, I think it's adorable.
Can we man up the music a little bit or something?
I got you, buddy.
All right, guys. Number one comes from Elizabeth in Florida.
Elizabeth.
Hey, girl.
I might sound naive, but I'm just trusting. My husband comes home late, so I keep the house clean for him and his arrival. 4 months
right.
ago, I bought a cute key holder for our keys and hung it up. And I showed him our nice organized kitchen. When I made dinner and nonchalantly said, "There's a key holder there too, look how cute." He got upset and said, "I don't want to put my keys there. I put them where I want, so I always know where they are." It was weird. But I didn't think anything of it until last night. My hub has a work truck. He works out of it. He never has it locked in the 8 years I've known him. Well, I wrote him a sweet note and went to place it on his dashboard as it always rains here. But the truck was locked, something I found odd. Again, didn't think anything of it until I asked why it was locked, and he flipped out. So now I'm sick to my stomach because I have no idea that he is hiding something from me, and what could it be?
Who wants this one?
I'll start with a few things.
He's probably fucking somebody else. All right.
I was going the opposite of that.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So I'll try and touch on everything. First,
Well, I'm
you
right here,
said
buddy.
He works all day and he works late. And then he came home and you gave him food and then brought up the keys. I don't know. Maybe he was just stressed
What a
out from work.
bitch.
Right. Like,
Tach is single. I think he would love a lady like that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't know. How can I help with the truck thing? I don't know. Maybe
I
he
think-
thought you were going through his truck?
I think what she's
Kind of the exact
sensing in
opposite.
this is that he is becoming like mega defensive out of nowhere, like unprovoked defense of his personal items or his personal habits. Don't tell me where to put my shit. I'll lock my truck if I want to lock my truck. You know, that's how she's portraying him to be. Now, on the other end of that, we could have had an email from him saying, "Man, I love my woman. She is the most perfect woman ever. She always has food ready for me. The house is always spotless clean. I bust my ass all day long, and she does nothing but tell me where to put my shit and complain about my truck." So it could be, I mean, it depends on the perspective. We have to assume that the listener's side of this is the full story because we don't know the other side. See what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm one of those hardcore, like, I have a key ring. Keys don't go any further than my key ring when I walk in the door. They just don't. And that's also where everything has a place in my house. So I get that. As far as him, like, I'm not hanging my keys there. It's weird.
It is weird.
He always leaves his truck unlocked and then locked one day. Whatever. But I mean, I can't even think of anything that he would be hiding in a truck.
I was going to say the same thing. Let's put on the mindset that you are cheating on your wife.
But what's in
His
the
cell
truck?
What would you do?
The cell phone that he talks to the other woman on.
That he keeps it in the truck?
Yeah.
Maybe.
When he
wouldn't
gets
say
home,
no.
he keeps it locked in the truck.
No
turned off.
man that I know keeps a phone not on his side or close to where he can access
Not
it.
when he goes home.
True. All right, baby,
I've
I'm home
never-
now. He throws it in a glove box.
Still never met
Still got to charge it.
a guy that does that. ever.
Unless he's probably has a car charger, I guess.
You're way micro.
I know. I'm just going off what she said. I couldn't think of anything that somebody would be hiding in a truck, though.
That's my point too. I don't.
Underwear.
This isn't.
Then you're just
This isn't a movie.
then you're poking fire at that point. If you're keeping another woman's underwear as a memento, you're asking for a divorce. Yes, you're asking for a divorce.
Well,
You might as well hang those on her keys. Hang your other girl's panties on those new key things that she put in the house.
I don't know. I think he's being difficult, and I don't know.
I'm the opposite. In this situation, if there's no smoke, don't look for a fire. In this situation, maybe he's had a bad day. Maybe the way it was approached. I mean, there's so many variables here that could just not, could be completely innocent that is taken out of context. So
True.
Those two
Offer
things.
to clean his truck, and then you can snoop all you want.
But so there you go.
He's not gonna let her.
Well, you don't know
I'll clean my own truck. It's fine. I got it.
There's too many unknowns in that situation for me to take a side. I can see both vantages there, both the upset, the husband or, whatever.
I see both sides too. I mean, I get like he wants, it's his truck. I gotcha. Like, I'm not going to let some chick look through my phone, even though I'm not hiding anything. It's just, we've already talked about all
We've had
that.
the conversations
Yeah.
about that in the past. Yeah, absolutely.
So what was the question at the end?
What's up with that? No, I don't know.
Because he got defensive as hell when she asked why his truck was locked.
What could it be?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It was open.
Next one is Amy from Georgia. My boyfriend forgot my birthday. I'm pretty upset and want to say something calmly, but don't know what to say to him.
This is
Any
really Adam from
suggestions?
Florida.
Sorry, what?
Yes.
Any suggestions?
I
Say
missed some of it.
something.
Oh, he forgot her birthday. What should she do?
She wants to say something, but doesn't know what to... She wants to say something calmly, but doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, you have to say something. I would approach it like this. Say something like, Tach, you want to role play?
Yes.
You want to improv?
You need work, so yes.
All right, I definitely need work. All right, I'll be the girl.
Oh, okay.
You're the guy who forgot my birthday.
I gotcha. What am I doing? Watching
I don't want to
TV or
piss
something?
you off. Remember, you're not the guy that keeps panties in the truck. Okay, you're just a good guy.
I'm
All
me.
right.
I'm me.
You're
Okay.
Tach. And
All right.
what's my name? I'm Amy.
Yep.
Okay.
Amy from Georgia.
I can't do George accent. All right, so.
Oh, come on.
Hi, Tach. Hey, sweetheart.
Hey, baby, what you doing?
Something's been on my mind, but I really don't want to upset you and tell you this and make you feel bad. It's really okay. I know you're stressed. I know your life has got you all over the place.
That's true. I do have a lot going on.
I try my best to remember dates of things. And Tach, honey,
Yeah.
first I want to say I love you.
Oh, I love you too, baby.
Said
I
it.
got him to say it. You got me to say
Okay.
it.
Nice.
Wow, I love you too, sweet. So it's not a big deal,
Okay.
but you forgot my birthday.
Oh, shit. I
Right.
did.
It's okay. Don't feel bad. I know you're busy.
Okay. All right.
But how can we set up our lives so we'll remember each other's birthday? Oh, I have an idea. We
What?
have these electronic mobile smartphones and we can set dates and
All right. I
reminders.
see you're being a bitch. Okay.
and scene. Okay. So there's an idea. Just talk and approach them calmly.
Yeah, like how he was starting out, that was actually really good, But I mean, she obviously already expressed that she doesn't want to make him mad and she wants to do it nicely, which is awesome. That's
It
really
is
good.
It is George. I forgot to say that's a mighty nice wife beater you've got tonight, honey. Sorry.
But he may be
Sorry, Trey.
stressed out and freaked out about whatever's going on in his life. He could be very
Sure.
distracted, or he could just be a raging dick.
He could be a dick. Yeah.
Maybe.
and just I don't know.
Or there's a middle ground.
Uh oh.
Okay.
Are we gonna role play again? You take it.
Hey, sweetheart, I'm sorry I forgot. I mean, that's
From
like,
him to her.
from him to her. Yeah, I mean, it's,
Well, yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
so, I mean, just like you just say, hey, I know you forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He needs to take the mature response. She can't, oh, you're always fucking reminding me of shit I don't care about. What the hell, Margaret?
And get her an extra
I don't know
good
why I said
present.
Margaret when it's Amy, but
Yeah, I would just say, hey, you know what we should do for my birthday? And just first of all, see what he says next.
celebrate it.
And go, what do you want to do for your birthday? I don't know. It was last Tuesday. I don't know. Maybe next year, I guess.
Well, make it funny. Add a comedy spin to it. If it's a relationship that
passive aggressive, but
that definitely is passive, but it's comical in its essence. If that relationship can handle that, then yeah, definitely.
then he can say, well, "Why didn't you fucking tell me on your birthday?"
Give me my keys off your key ring. I'm gonna go snip these
Go into my
panties in.
truck. Because I wanted to hold on to it, see how long you'd forget, and then throw it back in your face.
I'm gonna go out in my truck with my flip phone. I'm gonna call my mistress.
All right, guys.
All right, move on.
Too much role playing. Sorry. I did better, but I took it too far.
A little bit.
All right, this one is from Fancy in Colorado.
What's this?
Wait a minute. What?
Fancy?
Fancy.
Let's call her Susie.
I like
Fancy.
Fancy. Wonder if that's her real name. Don't think so.
Doubt it.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
All right.
There's
What
even
does
a
Fancy
song.
say? She has a song?
Yes.
I feel
Fancy, don't let me down.
What? Fancy
Here's your
don't?
one chance. Yeah. Song Fancy.
It's written about her, the fancy girl from Colorado.
Okay.
All right. Hello. A guy I met online asked me out but didn't confirm.
First problem. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I don't know what he's talking
She
about.
gave me a bit.
Continue.
Met the guy she met online.
Okay. We said we will meet Saturday today, but we didn't specify the hour or the place. I can see he is online. Was he playing me or what? Thank you.
Okay, this is my wheelhouse here. I have a lot of experience of meeting girls online. And there's nothing wrong with meeting girls online. Why was that an issue?
Carry on.
That was a question to you.
Oh, I immediately think dating websites when you say you met him online. That's the first place that I go to. And my experience, this is from my personal trials and tribulations with dating websites, they never work out.
Well, okay, I could disagree with you, but then again, you can also throw it back at me. Are you single? You know,
I wouldn't do that.
But
if you've had happy relationships,
I have. I've had a couple of really good relationships that I
There
met
you go.
online, and they weren't crazy chicks. We broke up mutual terms. You know, there wasn't anything. Turned out she was fucking crazy.
She
You know,
dropped the knife, and I said thank you.
She fucking hung a key ring and wanted me to. You know,
Wanted to get in my fucking truck, and that's my goddamn truck. Ollie, shut up. That's not. Come here.
So, what was the actual question again? I'm sorry.
Was he playing me or what?
Oh, because he didn't show up.
And she
It could have been
can
any.
see he's online too.
Could be anything from like. Well, first of all, he's a dick because if he didn't show up, then he should have like said, "Hey, I can't make it." But he may have chickened out. It could have been anything, and he's just a pussy.
Well, they didn't specify the hour or the place.
So the way that,
Whoa, I missed that.
the way that question read was, we decided on Saturday. I can see that he's online. Is he avoiding me, or is is
That
he
sounds
playing
more
me?
like it. Yeah.
What it sounds like to me is she wrote this on Saturday afternoon, and it's just like, he's not messaging me. This kind of sounds like it's on her end to just message him and
That's
say,
true. This is one of our first live, like,
That's a
this
good
is
point.
happening to me right now kind of
Yeah.
emails.
This is a good point.
just
Why
like
didn't
message
she
him.
just hey, aren't we supposed to meet up tonight? Or,
Here's a good one.
Well,
Hey, what's the plan?
there you go.
Maybe he's thinking
However,
the same thing. Maybe he's
hang
over there
on.
like, I guess she wasn't serious. She didn't want to come up with a time or place.
Tach, you'd be better to answer this question. However, Josh, you obviously
Sure.
have dated, so I want some insight from you too. But the social protocols that come into play that are stereotyped for men and for women, should the girl chase that date? So
Obviously
should
she wants to.
well, she wants to date the guy, obviously, but she might not want to seem like she's coming off as being too aggressive and too needy or too wanting of that relationship. So she doesn't want to come off as, well, we said we'd get together Saturday. I see him online. Should I message him? I don't want to seem like the needy person. So what's the social protocol? What's the etiquette for her in that situation?
She should, if she wants to, do it. I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if she's interested, she doesn't have to be like, excuse me, sir, I apologize, but we did not set a time and a place, and my planner is not lined up. Like, it's, hey, we still meeting up? That's 4 words.
That's it.
That's it. And that starts the conversation. Be like, yep, I was casual about making plans. You were casual about making plans. Let's just tie that shit up and let's go.
Sounds perfect.
Okay.
All right.
The last question is from Kira in Florida. My ex blocked me on Facebook 3 months ago after we broke up. Then 4 days ago, he unblocked me, and it was a mere coincidence that I saw his name pop up in a tag from his sister, as his sister and I are still Facebook friends. There's been 1% contact just about Merry Christmas. Today, he put he's in a relationship on Facebook. Why would he randomly unblock me to start with if he's seeing someone?
Would you say about 1%?
The only communication that they had was, hey, Merry Christmas to you too. Just the cordiality of saying the Happy Holidays message, the greeting. Other than that, no communication. So her question is, why all of a sudden, when he's ready to start a relationship, does he unblock me so I'll see it? That's her question.
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
I say there's really only one of two answers. A, maybe he values your friendship and he feels like it might have cooled off enough that he can maybe put that together and he wants to show you that he's now in another relationship. Or, I guess there's 3 possibilities. Second being he unblocked you just to rub it in your face. It's kind of the insinuated question.
Yeah.
The third being, maybe he's trying to smash.
Maybe he's putting his feelers out there. She could be the one that got away.
Maybe he's just like, you know what? This one's nice, but maybe she's still interested. I don't know. Is he the type of dude who just wants to get his dick wet?
I mean, that's a good possibility. That's certainly
those are all
types.
good scenarios.
Those are certainly guys that are out there that like that. I would be willing to put my bet on him being a gloaty kind of an asshole because in my head, there's no real reason that's positive for the combination, the irony of timing for him starting a new relationship and him unblocking this girl. I just don't see anything positive coming out of that, unfortunately.
I agree.
Me too. I mean,
I don't randomly go through my blocked friends list on Facebook and say, this is a good time. I'm going to unblock you. And then something major change. I don't have those habits.
I don't know if I've ever looked at the people I've blocked on Facebook. I don't know if I've
only
ever
blocked one
blocked
person,
anyone.
so-
I do. I look at them like this. I know why I blocked you. Sorry. Bad prof. My bad.
That's weird. That's it?
Okay, that's it.
That's the
best guy ever.
That was the best.
Yep.
You're
Damn,
right.
you keep getting this better and better and better.
I know. I don't know what
Can
it
I
is.
say something before we sign off?
Yeah.
I just want to talk about a company online.
Oh, wait, hang on before you do that. Josh, how do listeners get a hold of Andrea if they want to submit a question for the Guyry? Because that's changed here recently. So I want to tie that into Guyry before you start that.
That's right. So at this exact moment, you'd have to send an email to contact@dichotomymedia.com,
All right.
which we're going to have to put in the show notes, but it's just Dichotomy Media as it's spelled normally.
So contact at dichotomy, media.com. Okay, yeah, we'll put it in the show notes.
That was good.
That's pretty good.
DICH.
All right. Or hit Andrea Joy up on Facebook, send her a direct message with your question and whether or not you want to remain anonymous.
Yeah, and that's true. And that's really, that's the easiest way. Shoot us a message on Facebook.
Or tweet. You can tweet it to us.
Yeah, you tweet it and tweet us.
Tweet us?
Tweet
Send
it.
a
Twat us.
You can send a twat over.
Let us see your twat.
Yes, just send us a twat and we will ask a question on the show for you.
Cool. All right. Sorry, Tach.
It's all good. Okay, so back in November, I was getting stuff for Christmas for my kids. What are you showing me?
Look, Oliver's nose fell off. Look at it.
Holly. Okay, so last November I wanted to get something for my daughter for Christmas.
All right.
So she had tagged me on something on Facebook that came across her news feed. You know, it was this makeup, like some unicorn makeup. I don't know what that means, Andrea. I'm sure you probably do.
It's makeup you put on your unicorn.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so so I was like, all right, it's only $20, whatever. That's cool. So I ordered it for her, and I still haven't received anything yet. And that was back in November. Okay. So I sent an email probably a few weeks ago going, where the fuck is this? And then never got anything back. Sent another email. Never got anything back. So I decided to do some research, and apparently everybody has this problem with this company. Like these people, it's a fucking scam. I ordered this thing, never got anything. They don't respond to emails. They don't do it. I guess it was the people even found a phone number that are like nobody's answering the phone. Like, or if they do, they blow it off and then they just got off the phone quickly with you. So I wanted to
Put them on blast?
put them on blast.
Put them on blast, Tach.
Is this a new segment? Let's put it on blast
Put it on blast.
and insert like some cool music right here.
Make it sound
Yeah,
better.
I like it. I love
Do
it.
it. Now,
So
we
this-
do want to preface this real quick. These are for legality purposes. This
Yeah.
is a personal experience that Tach or any of the show members had for Put It On Blast segment and does not represent the company as a whole. So don't sue us for slander. Okay, continue.
Okay, so this is called Zorentina Boutique. They sell like jewelry, watches, makeup, all kinds of crazy shit.
Sure.
Like that. So fuck them, and they can suck a fat dick. And that's it. So
All right.
do not do anything with these people.
Now, we will give you the opportunity, Zorentina Boutique, whatever your name was. If you want to correct this wrong, please let us know. We would love to handle this situation on air.
I gave it.
And
I
send
gave it
each of us a
sent him an
unicorn
email.
makeup palette.
I just want the unicorn.
I sent an email. I was like, if I don't get a response from this one, I'm going to get fucking pissed. And then I didn't get a response, so therefore,
Fuck them.
I put him on blast.
Put them on blast. I like it.
All right, it's all for my rants.
I like that. We
I
should
think
wrap
you
up.
should take him on Judge Judy.
Did you know that everybody on Judge Judy gets paid?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. You get $1,000 just for being on the show, or it used to be $1,000.
I had
just showing up.
a friend of a friend, somebody I didn't know, but a friend of a friend was on Judge Wapner.
Who?
People's Court.
Were you serious when you said that?
I was.
It's a similar.
Oh my God,
type
he doesn't
thing.
know Wapner.
It's okay. He just passed away recently.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, and his case. Anyway, he lost and had to pay whatever. But after being on the show, they actually pay all the fees and everything. They pay for everything. So you just have to show up and that's it. And the show pays for any kind of fines you have to pay. Everything.
So are they actually judges, or are they just licensed
No,
mediators
they're judges.
or arbitrators?
Absolutely judges.
Interesting. How does that work?
It's a legal court.
Are you looking
They're
to
just filming
go
it.
to court? Or?
No, I guess.
Something tells me. Go ahead. No, you go.
I was gonna say that just seems like a conflict of interest type deal to
Yes.
televise a courtroom. That's what's always seemed strange to me. I always thought they were not. I don't want to say real judges. They're passing judgment, but like not.
They're
not
actors.
like yeah. I thought they were actors. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I got you.
'Cause
Like
I
I would have liked to see Casey Anthony held by Judge Judy.
You just
In
want
the
to
show.
see Casey Anthony.
I
That's
do
all.
wanna see
Doesn't
Casey
she
Anthony.
lives here? She's local. She's a local.
Yeah,
She's
she
a
lives in
local
find her.
gal.
Here's my theory on that is
Not too good with kids.
wouldn't hire her as a babysitter.
I don't want any more kids, so I'm good.
Oh, well, there you go. You perfect match made in hell. I think would be the most appropriate term there. So
she's
something
acquitted.
tells me though, if a judge really became popular and wanted to do something like this, something tells me they've got the legalese in their corner to figure out the laws to make sure that it airs correctly and all the liability laws are covered. It's a fucking judge after all. So I think they're real cases, real courts, real verdicts.
I think it even says that in the beginning of the show.
Probably. Did I just say their intro?
Yeah, I think so.
I have a question that needs a verdict.
Uh-oh.
Would a cheesecake count as a pie?
Yes.
I thought of that earlier.
it better.
It's a dessert?
It has a crust.
That doesn't mean anything.
Ooh, what
What about a
defines
flan?
pie?
Is a flan going to be
Oh,
part of it?
you know what a flan is? Fucking tire grease. That is
It's
that is
custard.
the one pie or edible what a dessert I do not like. That and bread pudding.
It's all right.
Have you ever had
Bread
a
pudding
flan
is
that has-
fantastic.
Bread pudding and flan can go fuck themselves.
Bread pudding is. You must not have. I'm gonna have to make some bread pudding sometime.
Yes.
I'll throw the shit against
Okay.
the wall.
It's fucking good. I love
We're
it.
on board with it. Fuck
Yes.
it.
I don't put raisins in mine because fuck raisins. I'm putting them on blast too.
That makes me throw up in my mouth a little bit. Kind of like that. What was that Gushers commercial
Don't
for
talk
Andrea
about
earlier?
that.
That was the funniest thing. Andrea really got sick from a commercial, a kid's commercial.
All right.
She got sick from it.
Well, these are fantastic questions, which we should get answers for. And also, hey, out there, if you know the answer to some of these questions, like, is flan going to be considered a pie? Or is, what'd she say? Oh, cheesecake
Cheesecake.
considered a pie.
I'm okay with cheesecake.
We'd like to hear from you, Hysteria Nation. Oh, sorry, wrong show.
Wrong show, buddy.
Wrong
That's
show.
not us. I think that's trademarked or copywritten.
Yeah,
I mean, we'd like to hear from them too, though.
yeah, that's true.
They could still come hang out with us.
Oh, by the way, we need to get our group up and running. So we're going to have a Living Podcariously Facebook group here soon, which are apparently way more popular than Facebook business
What should
pages.
our group be called?
We're just going to call it Living Podcariously Group. We've gone back and forth on
How'd you
names
come up
so
with that?
many times.
Did we?
Yes. We've had several
What was
conversations
my
about
last
groups.
idea?
That's your job, not ours.
Yeah. You tell me that, Tach. See if
I didn't come up with one. What was your last
I
idea?
came up with
came
a
up-
lot.
Yeah, there was a bomb. We had a huge thread on it.
I mean,
Was that part of
time
that?
to put you on blast. We had like a 20-minute conversation about
Was
this.
I a part of this
You were
conversation?
totally
Yes.
here. We were sitting in these exact seats.
Well, that and we had a message thread on it on WhatsApp that we were conversating about.
I remember. No, don't get me wrong. I do remember it coming up, but I don't remember hearing anybody's ideas.
At some point, we said Mouth Huggers
Actually,
Club.
Okay, I
at
do.
some-
That was a while ago.
Yeah, this was like probably 3 months ago.
I mean, you got any
For
ideas?
Christmas.
Like, we're still open to ideas.
Oh, are we?
Well, let's think about it. Let's wrap up the show and then we'll come back to that next week.
Well, if the
Maybe
listeners
we'll have-
know, they can throw it out.
We'll
there.
have it done before this show gets posted and we get the response from
All right.
listeners.
So never mind, listeners.
No, we need a Facebook group here real soon. Not to say I don't want to include the listeners,
no,
but
that's cool.
we got to get this up before.
Peas in a podcast.
All right. So, do we have new contact info for everything?
Contact at dichotomymedia.com right now. Hopefully
now.
soon we'll have some appendages on Living Podcariously and Twisted 10, maybe one for each of those, and then some of our own names at Dichotomy Media. We'll figure that out later.
Is our site all pretty and ready? Or
It
no?
is all pretty and ready.
With the
Oh.
exception of one plugin that we need.
Wait, what? We can cut something out. Is it not?
It's not.
Oh,
I mean, it's
then just say no. It's not ready yet.
No, there's just one
I
plugin
didn't
that we
know.
need. The site looks great. Josh
yeah.
did a lot of good work on the site. It's missing the plugin that takes the cover art images from our episodes and attaches them to the episodes on
I
the
gotcha.
Facebook
Yeah.
page. That's it.
Other than that, like,
that's it. That's it.
oh well, shit, it's ready.
It is. I'm
Yeah.
just
Okay.
By the way, you can get to both
So check
shows.
out dichotomymedia.com. I haven't
Yep.
even checked it out yet.
And you can get to both shows from there. So you can see the content on both shows, as well as we're going to eventually have our bios up and a few other things on there that we really want our listeners to be able to read and see and whatever. And we're going to have a section on there eventually for our sponsors. That's going to be another avenue for where sponsors can get their messages out to our listeners.
Do we want to talk about some of the extra stuff Dichotomy Media is doing as well?
Yes. So Dichotomy Media is going to be offering some services for promotions. So one of the things that we really enjoyed doing and we had a fucking blast doing is the Hot Pink Shoot for the Queen tribute concert that they did at Cocoa Village, Playhouse. 3 sold out shows.
Starring me.
Andrea Joy was part of the ensemble and the choir.
Indeed, she was center stage.
We had a 3-camera, technically 4-camera shoot going, and we documented as best we possibly could with the permission of the Playhouse and the permission of the band. And Tach has been feverishly editing that video to make a masterpiece, and it's going
I've
to be
been working on it. I've been working on
fucking
it.
40
It's been a
minutes
lot of
long.
work. I still got probably a couple more days to work on it.
So this is, as you said to me, this is your biggest production so far,
Well, it's
timeline wise, as far as
timelines
start to finish.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man.
and this is also probably the most camera angles I've had to deal with too, because it's not 4, it's like 5.
And our shooters that helped us on that was Jimmy Klein with Jimmy Klein Photography. He also does some video stuff for us. And Xavier, what was
Landers.
Xavier? Landers with XDL Studios. Make sure we give them their proper plugs, and you'll see credits on the video from that. But we'll link that out for you guys to take a look at once it's available to be aired. I guess.
Follow us on social media too,
That's true.
as
Yep,
well
follow us.
as
We are on.
check us out on Instagram. You always wondered what.
What?
Sorry,
It's good.
we interrupted you there.
No, it's good. No, let's go for it. Like the past 4 weeks, you've been like, you can find us on social media.
No, I was ready for that. I'm not. I just wanted to get Instagram out. That's all I wanted to get out. So if you always wondered where
Check
Andrea
us out
Joy
on
looked
Facebook
out,
at facebook.com/. Oh, I'm sorry, Tag. Did I? I did that just for Josh, buddy. I'm sorry.
all right. So and you can see us at other stuff. And
He slid the mic away. Fuck this. I'm
fine.
good.
No, you can find us. I mean, we're on Facebook. We're on Instagram.
Andy's
We're-
vaping another show. Tag is done.
What's
He's
up,
checked
man?
out.
You checking out and you just fuck this. You can find. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. All of it under Living Podcariously.
Yep.
Dichotomymedia.com. You can email us. Contact at dichotomymedia.com.
Andrea Joy, where can our listeners find you?
Brent Allen Salon and Day Spa.
Or the delivery room in August?
No, that's far, far away. I'm not going to be anywhere near there for a
and
while.
I don't think the listeners can want to come. I don't think they're
I can't
invited
even-
there.
Yes,
won't
let's
even let
make
me
it a
watch.
listener event.
Listener event. Watch Andrea give birth.
Yay!
I love it. I'll live stream it.
No, I want all of our listeners in the room with us.
That'll only be about 6
Everybody.
people. We're good. No, I'm kidding.
That was a joke.
All right. You guys ready to
don't
get
tell
out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, Tack, before we go, please say Instagram. How can people find us on Instagram, please?
Oh, I thought you
You
were going
just
to tell
did.
him to say I love you.
But I want you to say it.
So
So
did I.
I want you to say it. Oh, that's a good point. I want you to say it.
Well, I was just gonna say if you you guys are just gonna interrupt me
I
again.
promise I won't interrupt you.
If you've ever wondered what Andrea Joy looks like, you can find out and just go to Instagram and look up Living Podcariously.
Don't
and follow us.
There you go. And
we have a new picture from what was the picture?
A nude picture?
Nude picture of our chili cook-off.
Oh, okay.
No, chili cook-off.
Oh, do you want to put the Are you okay putting the sonogram photo up on Living Podcariously site?
It's a blob.
Some people like to see the blob.
Not really.
I do.
Well, that's because it's your blob.
That means no. Got it. Understood. All right.
It was easy.
All right. So on behalf of Living Podcariously, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it. Let's get the hell out of here. My name is Adam.
I'm Tach.
I'm Andrea Joy.
I'm Mr. Wilson.
And we appreciate you listening. And Tach,
Yeah.
I want you to say it. I love you.
Thanks for... Oh, what?
I love you.
Yeah.
I love you, Tach.
Come on, Tach.
I love you.
Okay.
Come on. Just
Andrea?
get it off. Get it off your chest. It'll feel good.
Love you.
Oh, can I sing it? That'll work.
Yeah.
Hey, wait.
I love you.
No, you can't.
did it.
But I'll give you a little bit of effect.
I love you. How's that?
Not good. I want an I love you.
Oh, this is like... Okay. And coming up to bat is number 85.
He's got to make it weird. You can't just say it. Come on, Tach. Just do it. It'll feel good. Trust me. Unless you don't. If you don't love me, then that's fine. Don't
This
say
is
it.
making me uncomfortable.
I think actions speak louder than the words. Okay, have a good night, everybody. Bye.
See ya.